Yeah, I noticed. I got the live stream notification. So, I know. Yippee! But that's how losers think. I love Kashimo, bro. Cheese, you and Genty are the only ones who know JJK stuff, and it pains me. If you look in our DMs, this is how I feel right now. You cannot be real, Hunted Cheese. What do you mean you didn't watch it? It's not about the shows. That means you weren't there when the chapters for the Shibuya arc were starting to leak. You weren't there. Oh, you don't know what the three-way the main expansion is. Oh no! I thought I. Does that mean the only person in this freaking server that knows ball is Gente Boom? Really? Wait. Spacey knows ball. Has he read the manga or only watched the anime? Because a very big problem of JJK fans is that they don't read. So there's a lot of misconceptions about stuff that people just bullshit. No, that's the thing about JJK though. JJK fans never fucking read. That's their thing. Freaking bums, bro. Okay. So, are you done with your starting soon bit, or did you start right away? Oh, they couldn't hear you this entire time? What? That's odd. That, like, never happens.
There was like an issue with my mic. Okay, the people can hear me now.
I see. Yippee!
So, if you guys give me 1 second, I'm just opening up chat really quick on my phone. So that I can actually
We should.
people send messages.
Okay, we should get into the philosophical stuff, right?
We're just gonna go at it in like the order that I have it in my notes app. So,
Alright.
yeah.
I'll let you start speaking because I do not know the order
Yes.
of which your questions are held.
So,
I will give
I'm
my
gonna
humble
go
opinion.
from bottom to top because I think we've got a few philosophical ones closer to the bottom because the very top are all the questions that I wrote down when I was first thinking of doing this stream.
Oh, okay.
So, our first question of the stream: why did the prisoner choose the bread over the meat? This question is by T, who we have in the VC.
Well, obviously, it's because people often choose quick release over the freedom that they can hold over their freaking life, you know? That's why they go for the bread. It's quick satisfaction.
Well, I think it's because bread tastes better than key.
Thank you, cheese.
You're welcome.
Great question, right, guys? Applause.
Guys,
Thank
what do
you,
we think of
thank
that
you, thank
question?
you. That was great. I'm truly a philosopher, right?
Truly. And then Lunar, hi Lunar. Lunar wants to know what type
Hello.
of cheese I am. So, this isn't very philosophical, unless you consider identity a philosophical topic, which I think you could say. Um, so
So let's debate.
the the character that the character of the haunted cheese is typically some variety of cheddar, often with peppers in it. Right. If chat open. Okay. Now, next question. Would you rather have one burger or two burgers? Now,
Hmm.
I want to hear what you think about this question first. What do you think the answer is? And do you think it's a very philosophical question?
I think it holds so much meaning, cheese. Would you rather have one meal or two meals? That's the real question that we're asking over here, and it has some deep meaning, right? Because why would you choose the lesser option? But then again, if you choose more, doesn't that make you greedy?
You know, I think you're
Hmm?
really hitting upon something here, T. I also think
I
that,
think
you know,
it's I
there's
think
a
it's
lot more
very
to this question.
insightful. I think it's very philosophical.
Exactly. Now, my thoughts about this question are very simple. I think that, you know, uh, this question kind of hits upon, for one, it hits upon why would you why would you take more than you need? Because realistically, a human only really needs one burger. Having more than one burger is just because you want more than one burger. Uh,
That's true.
Now, it kind of beyond the question of would I have one or two burgers. I think it does ask the question, should you have one burger or two burgers? And
Hmm.
I think that question depends very differently depending on the circumstances. If there are infinite burgers and me having a second burger doesn't impact anyone else, I think obviously most people would say if you want a second burger, because some people don't want a second burger, but if you want a second burger, have a second burger. But very often we see that there are not infinite burgers. There are a very limited amount of burgers. So what if me taking a second burger means that you, T, have no burger?
Hmm.
And
I see
so,
what you're putting
yeah,
down.
so this question does get, and I want to clarify for the no one in chat right now, except for Lunar. Uh, I am gonna be taking these questions as I'm gonna kind of push them to their extreme, to like, what could they potentially mean in philosophical terms? Because I think that's fun. Uh,
Okay,
and
but morally, would it be right for you to take two burgers if you were starving more than the other person?
yeah, so that's more of like, imagine that the other person is someone who has eaten very recently. So they don't need this meal. They just want another burger. But you haven't eaten in, let's say, 10 days. I think it would be very
And
reasonable
you
for you to
really
say,
need a
I'm
second
gonna eat
burger.
two burgers. I need those two burgers.
Exactly.
And so,
And not to mention, what if that other person is a bad person? Would it be morally right
do you
of
want to
you to
give
take their last meal and let them starve?
do you
Or
want to
would
give a
it
burger to Hitler? I think that's the question that's being asked here. And you know, it's a really tough question because obviously we never want to treat others unfairly. But would you give a
But
burger to
sometimes you
Hitler?
must.
I don't
Sometimes you
know.
must.
I
It's as if
honestly,
it's as if you're asking, would you kill baby Hitler before he
ooh,
grew up?
that is an interesting question. See, how would you answer that question? Would you do it, or
Um,
would you let baby Hitler live?
see, I actually have a multiple. Okay, my plan is multiple like solutions at the same time. See,
Okay.
I would try to raise him first. However, at the slightest misconceptions of his worldviews or the slightest ideal like discrimination and ideology of hatred under another type of group, that would make me just send him off to the pearly gates early on, you know?
Yeah. Um. So that okay, that does kind of bring up a good question for me, or kind of an interesting statement for me because I would actually, uh, I do agree that if you have, if you have like an infinite amount of time with baby Hitler, or like you have a
An
substantial
infinite amount of time.
a substantial amount of time. Like there's no time limit on how long you can be there. I think that rehabilitation is probably the best method. However, let me ask you, what if you didn't have that opportunity? Let's say that you have one meeting, you pass you walk by and you see a portal, and through the portal is baby Hitler. And you don't know if that portal is going to stay open. You don't know if that portal is gonna remain there if you come back later. What are you doing with baby Hitler? Are you gonna kill baby Hitler, or are you gonna let him live?
I'm sending him to France.
You're
That's
sending
what
him
I'm
to
doing.
France?
Yes.
Honestly? Well, okay, no. Let's just for like the sake of the argument, let's say that you don't have enough time to do that. Your only option is you can take a hammer, you can smush baby Hitler. He's
So it's kind of
case.
like you
Or
have only enough time to either spare him or kill him.
yes.
Huh. Hmm. Well, I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know what happened at his birth.
Yeah. So I have a personal opinion. I think that I wouldn't do anything. And it does seem like a very cold thing to do. This guy who's gonna kill millions, and you're gonna leave him. But my kind of my kind of point is that, for one, in the future, yes, he will do that, and I think pretty unequivocally we can say yes, he's gonna do that in the future, or in the past technically. But I feel like even if we like, let's say that today someone makes a prophecy, you know, big Yahoo. I never mind. Uh, uh, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going
I
to.
think your stream is getting demonetized. It's getting cancelled. Oh my
No, maybe
god.
maybe I was talking about the search browser. I was talking about the search browser. Big Yahoo.
Uh huh. So
Let's
what
say
was the
let's
other
say that the
name?
CEO of Yahoo is going to save the world. But we also know that the CEO of Yahoo is going to kill many people. Is it worth
Mm.
it to kill the CEO of Yahoo to save all those people, knowing that he's also going to do good in his life?
Well, the funny thing about changing things is that you can either change them for the worse or for the better. You don't really know what consequences your actions will have. So, going back to would you kill baby Hitler in that situation, it's not would you let all these people die and prevent their deaths, is would you allow for a unknown future which you know the outcome of? Or would you go into the unknown and try to pursue a different type of ending that could possibly lead to even more death and tragedy?
Yeah, for one, I do think yeah, you have a point there. We don't actually we don't know what's gonna happen if we kill Baby Hitler. Maybe something maybe some other person would take power, and so we to take that gamble, which is the gamble of a life. Like, we are killing this baby who is at this current moment innocent.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's moral to do that.
It's not even about morality, but also logical thinking. Because, theoretically, if you had the chance, even that short amount of time that you had in the past, that would mean that you existing in that second, in that moment, could cause a divergence. You know, it's like
Yeah.
time traveler kicks a rock, the whole timeline changes. So just your simple existence being there could change everything. So I'm also advocating for pro killing the baby because there needs to be argumentation for that as well. So if you already are there and your existence changes the timeline, why not just full send it and also change it more?
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
I do think that there is like a strong argument for doing it. But hey guys, we're talking
I
about Baby
you know I
Hitler.
go. We're talking about killing baby Hitler.
Yeah.
And also, cheese is streaming.
I am live.
They're
I didn't
not
think this
saying.
was good.
Oh, hello?
Hello? Alright, but yeah,
Hello?
I think that basically sums up whether whether I would want one burger or two burgers.
How did we go from one burger or two burgers to baby Hitler?
This is what philosophy is, okay? Okay, our
Oh,
third question. What are your thoughts on the dichotomy of God is either all good or all powerful? So already very controversial.
wait. Can you say that again?
So essentially, what is your thought on the idea that God is either all good or all powerful? So only one.
I think both of these are false. Because the world was made on suffering. That is simply the cycle of life. If God was all loving and all powerful, he would not have added suffering into
that's the point. That's the point. He can what this question is asking is, what do you think about the dichotomy that? Oh wait, no. Actually, no. You are. At least let me read this one more time. No. So he is either all good or all powerful.
either.
Yeah.
I have a third proposition.
Okay.
What if he doesn't exist?
So that's one of the questions that
Oh,
we
that's-
can't really answer.
Yeah.
Because I
So-
think that theoretically the possibility of some sort of all-powerful entity, or not all-powerful.
Do you think God has wings and a mace
Wait. Is this,
and maybe a spear?
Is this the spear mace goddess?
Wait. What if
Honestly,
what
I'm
if
under
what
the
if God was Dal 9 Hin with a mace and a spear?
I think it might be possible. And I think she might have Minecraft's god mace.
I think she's the ultimate goddess of spear mace.
What if there was an even cooler spear mace goddess? And they were like purple and she.
I like purple god.
I'm smelling so.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I like purple.
I like purple too.
Any green lovers over here?
By the way, Ghost and Kudo, we like your new skins.
What do you mean?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we were talking about that.
Talking about?
They're
You're lying.
very good. They're very
There's
good.
no.
I don't know
I
what you
said
guys are
I said
talking
that
about.
it's giving.
You're
I
talking
blew-
about.
I don't know what you
Oh, hi,
guys are talking
Spacey.
about.
Oh, hi, Spacey!
Hello, everybody.
Guys, we're doing the philosophy
So-
stream. I'm so glad you're
Wait,
here
wait,
to
wait, wait!
join us.
Before we move on,
No, we're not
I
moving on.
think-
Yeah, we haven't answered the. I'm gonna re-ask the question for all the new people in the.
no, give me a second to just talk about their
Okay.
skins.
Oh wait, yeah. You talked about their skins.
Ghost, your new
Yeah.
skin is giving me Pale Garden, and Ghost is giving me Alia Meadows.
You said ghost twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Have you done
Kudo. My
Have
bad.
you done my question yet, Cheese?
No, we are
No,
only
we were
on the
at the
third
start.
question of the stream.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, what?
it's like the slightly easier ones until we get into other stuff.
Yes,
Who needs God when you have Minecraft?
We've started at the
Low-key,
bottom.
yeah,
And
I
then
agree.
we've and then we're going.
What
to
if
the
we
top.
killed God?
What if Minecraft was what killed God?
Ah, I think it's possible.
Ah,
That would make sense, honestly. It's too
Minecraft-
So are
gay
we
for-
on the
it's too gay
burger
for
question
God.
right now?
It's too gay
No,
for God.
we are on. So okay, here let me restate the question for the people who just got the VC. So our current question are: what are your thoughts on the dichotomy of God is either all good or all powerful?
I think he's big and fat and greedy.
You might be onto something.
Kind of like
there.
Santa Claus. Kind of like Santa Claus. I don't know if anybody's heard of him before.
I don't know if anyone's heard of him. Yeah, guys, I
Is
don't know
there
if
like-
you've heard of him, but
Is there like a
he's-
God phobia?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Can I be homophobic?
like
The
I'd
concept.
assume it'd be like deiphobic or something like that.
Deophobic?
It's
What's
probably
that?
it comes from
Deity.
deity.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
highly doubt that you can call yourself one of those without offending someone's religion.
Oh no, we
I
are
don't know.
totally actively offending anyone by just talking. About
Okay,
this.
well,
And I thought about it. I was like, should I remove some of
I
these kind of
really-
controversial questions? I'm like, you know what? No, I want to answer them.
It wouldn't be philosophy.
I
if it
really
wasn't.
want to
It would
answer
be
we're gonna
funny.
get
this one in
canceled
a
for
more
religion
serious
for religious
manner.
disagreements before you even upload the video.
Please.
Bros
I
advertising
really
this
wanna
thing in
answer
console,
that
and so we just get the whole console audience watching Cheese talk about religious controversies.
Don't worry, it's
Like,
one of my favorite
So
topics.
awesome.
So to personally answer this question, I think that the dichotomy has to be true. It can't be both. And I am more.
I think it's fair, honestly.
I am more inclined. So actually, I've gotten pretty interested into. So I've always been a big fan of writing, and so for some world building
Really? I didn't
projects
know.
I've been working on, I've been writing different religions for them, and most of the time you see, most of the time you see that a lot of groups go for polytheism as kind of a method to for world building, and that's because I think for
Greek
not
mythology.
just conflict, because I think having polytheism as like having an evil god or having a god that has different motivations is better for conflict. It's also more realistic for what we see in the world. So
AV crap realism. Sorry.
so I know, Spacey, you had something
yeah.
you wanted to say?
Oh, I had to fucking mute for a bit because I got scaffolders here, so I don't know what's been happening.
Can you
Yeah.
repeat the question for Spacey?
Hi, Elk. Elk, we're doing the philosophy stream right now, just so you know. Okay, I
What?
will repeat the question. The question is,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the dichotomy of God is either all good or all powerful?
What are my thoughts on that?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
As Lego Batman would say, bye.
If we're supposed to be in his image and he's like all good,
Am I
then I
like?
think we should be happy and fun and play together and have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer because like I'm not a religious person at all.
Well, yeah. So in a similar manner, I'm like, well, I just I think
Well, I'm
I think
gay.
it's true. Ah,
That he's good
And
and
you know
all
what?
powerful.
that's a sign that he's not all good.
I don't think he's
I think
either.
the Bible. I think a lot of the stories in the Bible, if we're talking Bible God, proves that he is not all good because he like drowned some people in shit.
Every 9%
God
of
is-
religions, God is always flawed, just like humanity. So how I feel about humanity is how I feel about God.
Fair enough.
If God is all good, then why am I ableist, huh? Liberal?
Ah,
Yeah.
it's his fault. It's always been his fault.
What if my cat was God?
One thing that always stuck out to
Well-
me is if God was good, he wouldn't have made racists. And he wouldn't have made other races for racists to be racist too if he was good. Sounds
You
like
think
okay,
that
but
God
then-
should have only made one race and all of the other races are unnecessary.
Yeah, no.
one
Like, see,
all powerful race.
If God didn't make racists, who's gonna make the AI generated Elon Musk porn videos on my Twitter feed, huh?
So,
Yeah.
Thought of this.
Our next question. What's your opinion on Freudian perception of masculinity and femininity? Not as defining qualities, but as aspects of one's life and soul. Masculinity being a sense of responsibility, while femininity being empathy.
What?
So that was
I
a lot
call
of
bullshit
words.
on those examples.
Banger idea, I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
agree
just-
with it.
I think that it's kind of just stereotyping. I just
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
very
it-
stereotypical.
I don't
it
think
leads
holds
to a
up
lot of-
under real
Because like
world
saying, because like wait, what
Okay.
was the masculinity like
sense
example?
of responsibility.
A lot
Okay,
of
that like doesn't like work at all. Like most things just don't work when you like. Yes, it's stereotypical, but like when you actually think about it, women also have a lot of sense of responsibility. So like putting either of them into a box of like explanation of what
Yeah.
it is like incorrect.
Yeah,
the
no,
whole
a lot
the
of
whole
the-
concept of it, is just built on stereotype. It's not a defining feature at all. It's just something that we've determined is that thing.
Yeah, no, I think that the architecture leads to annoying people becoming even more annoying, and it leads to a lot more unhappy people in total.
A lot of small-mindedness as well. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
not as
like
open to be
argue-
open-minded.
I would like to
I'd
argue a
say
little bit
specifically
pro
against the
about it,
opposite gender.
but not too
Mhm.
much. It's like stereotypes exist because there was a pattern that was made by society which people follow. So it's not necessarily
Yeah.
wrong, but it's
But,
not good.
The current
But, like-
society that
not
we
a false
have
statement doesn't mean it has
enforces
to be a
those
good thing.
stereotypes, though. So
Well, currently the worldwide society that are colonized follow that, but those stereotypes change as society changes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
you
I
went
mean,
from
sure.
rednecks to MAGA. Like that's a good example. But anyway, that's a completely different topic.
Yeah. Any other comments that anyone has on it?
I think we need at least 6 new stereotypes. I think 2 is a little
Yeah,
too little
I
for me.
agree. Freud, why aren't you making
I
more
think-
stereotypes?
Oh, no.
already?
I
No,
think we
okay,
shouldn't
okay.
have stereotypes.
No.
Freud, I'm dead.
It's fine. It's
humor,
fine.
it's
It's fine,
humor.
guys.
I'm
We
Freud.
need. We have. Don't worry, guys. The Beauty Maxers, they're coming out with more stereotypes.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
thank you,
some.
Beauty Max.
Does that mean the
Bro,
moment I'm
I
orange, I'm
hate
gonna like
stuff like
have
that.
the
Don't
world's
get me
best
started on
dominant?
freaking fashion trends. I think that's
No,
the dumbest
not
stuff
fashion
ever.
trends. Not fashion trends. I'm talking about the
think
boys that
we could
break
probably-
their facial. No, I want to finish.
Are you
Anyway,
talking about, like,
so
Bonnie
I'm
Phone
talking
Tyler,
about
like people
smashing.
like that?
I'm talking about the people that smash their facial
looks
bones
maxes.
with hammers, yeah, and then they have like a caste system where it's like you're a low tier 5
Frat
male,
boys?
man. You gotta
Are you-
No, frat boys.
No,
Frat boys are a
no.
different
Looks
part of the.
maxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Looks maxes can be frat boys, but they could also be nerds.
Mm.
They could be like
I
it's like
see.
how it's like how like gym is now associated with anime watchers, depending on like what type of people.
That
Yeah.
is not. That is
Okay,
That
here in
is-
Australia, if you go to the gym, 9% chance you watch anime.
That's like
Got it.
that's like completely.
That-
I think that's
opposite
an
in the
Australia
US.
thing. I
That
think
is-
that's an
yeah,
Australia thing.
yeah.
Yeah, here in Australia, it's very if you watch anime, you go to the gym, and if you go to the gym, you watch anime, unless
If
you're
you-
like in your
Fucking-
40s, 30s
Bunch
and
of
below,
dickheads
you're a
fucking
weeb.
go to the gym, so I don't want to go there.
Yeah, they
If you
dickheads.
watch
They-
Solo
they're the
Leveling,
people
you
who
hit
watch
the
an
gym. I
anime.
cannot believe that.
The thing
Not
is,
solo
you,
leveling.
you lose me as soon
If
as
someone
you mention
watches Solo Leveling, I will
posting
not
at the
believe they hit the
together.
gym.
It's just
Sorry,
like they're-
what'd you say, Blake?
Ugh, solo leveling sucks.
It's you completely lose me whenever you mention like the gym and anime together because those are just completely different things for me. Like it's
Yeah.
different
Right?
communities. Like
Yeah, no,
like maybe like two of the people in the gym watch anime for me.
Yeah,
so,
no,
like,
for here in Australia, it's like kind of weird if you don't watch anime at the gym.
At the
But
gym.
you,
What the hell?
yeah, you
The
have to
gym?
keep in mind that Australia
you
is like,
have
just
to watch it.
you
I
don't
gotta
have to,
ask
but
This is
it's
like
really
watching.
Willow
Is this like watching
Or
YouTube
is
while
this
eating lunch?
propaganda?
Yeah,
this
it's
like
like it's
watching YouTube
literally
while
like that. No, because they'll always put like One Piece or like Dragon Ball or like if like they've got a bit of personality, they might
Okay,
put
I
Bleach
see
on in
Dragon
the
Ball.
background.
They imagine themselves as the solo.
If they've got
leveling.
solo leveling, stay far away from them.
Oh.
I'm
But
not
yeah.
believing that anyone watching Solo Leveling goes to the gym. I'm sorry.
No, they
It was
don't.
made
It's like same with like
specifically
Sword Art
for you to
Online.
fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Anybody who watches solo leveling and thinks it's good needs to
Solo
learn
leveling is so
eat.
painfully mid. It's so bad, but that's okay.
What
Anyway,
what's the
Cheese.
next topic?
Yeah.
Next topic, yeah. So this one is by T. And this one I'm
yeah.
very excited to talk about. I think it's a really interesting question. Why is nihilism such a controversial topic? If all humans do is question the universe and feel how insignificant they are, it is part of human nature to feel like it is all meaningless. Every person has experienced nihilism before, yet it is one of the most villainized worldviews. So, I want to hear what you guys think of this.
Personally, I think it's villainized because nihilism is very closely shared with threatening other people or your own life. And if you really think about it for a solid minute, it is one of the easiest philosophies to make fun of as well. Because there's a lot of poser nihilists out
Yeah.
there who get cold feet whenever like some sort of topics come up. So it's really easy to poke holes into a nihilist's views and like completely dismantle them by depicting them as the soy jack and yourself as the Chad. So it's like, yeah, I think it comes from that.
I got the
half-
gist of what you
half-
said.
yeah.
I will say, midway through, my computer started crashing because of my STONEBLOCK world. So I lost some of what you said. However, I get the gist of I get the gist of what you mean.
Pretty much what Blake said sums up like
What?
Yeah.
That
Sums
is
it all
fair
up.
enough, but I also
Yeah.
feel like people feel
Yeah.
very insecure.
fuck.
Thanks,
Mute your
thanks,
mic.
okay.
No, I'm done talking with my mom. It's okay.
Okay. I
Oh my
knew Alk was like saying yeah to
Okay,
them.
guys.
Anyway,
It's
as
okay.
you were saying T.
I do feel like it's easier for people to feel threatened by nihilism a lot, mainly
Mhm.
because it like challenges you to believe in something that could be meaningless. Like even the notion of everything that you're doing being meaningless and not worth it kind of just lowers your will to do anything. It makes you sad, it makes you depressed, and it makes you question your reality and why you even exist. Which is why I think many people just want to avoid that
Well-
topic entirely and villainize it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I-
agree that they're
yeah.
scared on the fact that it threatens their point of view. Just a lot of nihilists happen to threaten other people's lives physically as well. Not all of them, of course, but some of them do. Or
Yeah.
themselves. So
Yeah.
I
that's
feel like
mainly where it comes from.
I feel like that once again is kind of just an effect of the minority being the loudest. Because nihilism is all about believing nothing matters, so why should you do it? Which also branches
Not-
into optimistic
that's actually
nihilism.
that's
Not
that's
necessarily.
what the chuds think.
Yeah, so-
What it actually, so you can still enjoy life as nihilist, but it's just like there's just no purpose behind it. Like with religions, there's always a meaning on why you're put on this earth. The full belief is just you're here. That's it. There's no purpose, there's no reason you're there. It's technically all meaningless. Doesn't mean you still can't enjoy the aspect of what life is.
That's optimistic nihilism. Nihilism and optimistic nihilism are two different things.
Optimistic nihilism is still
tries for like
they're not really that commonly separated. Typically,
No.
when someone talks about nihilism is defined as thinking that there is no meaning to anything. Nothing has meaning. And I think that kind of leads two ways. It leads to there's no purpose in doing anything. Where there's a pretty interesting channel that I've watched a few videos of called like Sisyphus 55, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of talks about this where there is the happy nihilist who he goes out, he has a job, he parties all day because nothing has any meaning. But at the same time, there's the nihilist who spends all day lying down, doing nothing, because nothing has meaning. Why would you do anything? And I think both of those are kind of it's two sides of the same coin where nothing has any meaning, but people have taken it to mean different things. Now, to kind of answer the question of, I think one thing, right?
You are. Stop flying around the world. Information right now.
Yeah. The thing is, with nihilism, it's like the main stress from it's all meaningless. Why would you do anything? And then optimistic nihilism branches to it's all meaningless. Why shouldn't you do everything?
Wouldn't the base just it's all meaningless, and that's like pessimistic nihilism and optimistic nihilism. You can just
also canes are pathologically designed to do stuff. So the specific one is like somebody that's done in their day and doesn't do anything. It's not really easy for somebody to disagree. Our human beings are everybody's trying. It's kind of hard to not do anything forever. Like as much as you might try, you might have to still do stuff. Like kinda. Like you'll enjoy things, but like I would argue that our brains are kind of conditioned into doing stuff, even if you try to minimize.
well, it's like a natural instinct as well. Usually, if you have that kind of mentality of like nothing means anything and you can just kind of sit around all day, that's usually also linked to a psychological pattern. Like I think is it sociopathy? It's either psychopath. I can't remember which one it is. It's not
Sociopathy or
socio.
I think you're thinking socio, not psych.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's socio. like it's usually linked to like stuff like that because
Sociopathy is emotional numbness,
yeah,
where you can't experience emotions.
which I
And you
find that a lot of
think logically.
sociopaths kind of fall for that like kind of mentality, whether they like realize it's nihilism or not. Like I feel like that's just like a very common like for the like can sit and do nothing without like having the instinct to do anything, I guess.
This is also a controversial thing. I don't think they are necessarily bad, because
they're not.
once again they branch off into two things, where
Mhm.
there's the evil people who are like, I can't experience these emotions. I'm trying to figure them out, but in a violent way by hurting others.
And
And
usually
then
that
there's
comes
the
down to nurturing nature with that.
yeah. And then there's the other side that wants to help because they don't understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So their first instinct is to help others and not
Mhm.
hurt them, to try and get the feeling of compassion, to try and empathize with them, but they can't. Still, they
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, that a lot of that kind of brought up, like a lot of this just comes down to nurture and nature, and then also just psychological, just how you are.
Yeah.
By the way, T, I just want to say, because my game's currently crashing, but I just want to say there's a really funny moment where you cut out, and it said, "I think that's necessarily." Then you cut out a bad thing.
Oh, that's necessarily
that was funny.
bad.
It's really funny.
I really like this question. It's been one of my favorite ones.
So
This one and the one about religion. Because I like to push the idea that
those are my
God-
personal favorite things to discuss. I think they're the most interesting ones.
What's the next one? I want to know. I want to know more.
I did want to comment on this question before we moved on, because I think I started lagging when I was talking about it earlier.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that it's so controversial because people don't like thinking, and I think Luke mentioned this a little bit. People don't really don't like thinking, there's no meaning behind this. Everyone wants to think there is some meaning, whether it be through religion or just saying, even with no religion, there is some purpose, there is some meaning. Everyone really wants to think that, because it makes not just the suffering you experience, but the good things you experience as well. It makes it more meaningful because it's all building towards this one thing. So people don't like the idea that nothing has meaning, because then it kind of detracts from all of these good things where they're not really building up. There's no purpose behind them. They just exist as good by themselves. And it makes the worst things even worse. Experiencing some sort of tragedy experiencing some sort of tragedy isn't as meaningful if you're like, this tragedy just happened and there's no reason for it, and nothing is ever gonna come of it.
Also, philosophy. Also, I will say the thing about nihilism is it disagrees with a lot of already like stated political stuff. To the point where it seems like everybody's taking a shot at it, because it's kind of easy to frame it from your perspective, where it's like it's a negative thing, because nihilism just kind of disagrees with most philosophy, not all of it, but like most of it. So I think that's one of the reasons why you might see more people dissing on nihilism. But yeah.
Also, I did remember. I forgot to bring this point up, but what is the actual when we think about meaning, when something matters or has meaning, what do we scale it off of? Because nothing in meaning is meaningless. Can be different depending on which point you're looking at. If you're looking at a point from the universe, like what do your actions do in comparison to the universe, then yeah, it's pretty meaningless. But then again, so are stars and galaxies. They're also meaningless in that regard. So
Aura farming and toughness, to be honest.
What's
when
happening? I
we're
tuned out
talking
for a
about
second.
meaning, we're talking about something that matters to you. But what is something that matters? It's something that you create in your head to give yourself comfort. So
Aura and hype moments. Aura and hype moments, I think.
so it's very interesting to think that when you're saying nothing matters, you kind of are just telling yourself that you don't matter as well, and that you don't believe that what you're doing is worth it anymore. And I also think that nihilism does lead to depression, or is commonly seen in people who are experiencing emotional strain.
Hmm.
And I do want to comment. This is irrelevant to the question, by the way. But we have just experienced the first crash of the stream. STONEBLOCK 4 has already
Yay.
crashed.
Has crashed.
Good answer, nephew.
So while we're opening it back up, we have a question that I think someone's gonna be excited for, because Blue, it is your question. Uh, so the question is: do you agree with the idea that everything good that humanity does, directly or indirectly, has a negative outcome as a side effect? So the example
Wait.
that Bluke gave was, with the improvement of modern day medicine and vaccines, diseases became harder and harder to cure, purely because they adapted to, yeah, and they became and they continue to become harder and harder to cure, purely because they adapt to new technology. So, who wants to start out with this one?
I
I
want to
do,
try.
I do. Oh, okay.
Can
Go on,
someone
Sue.
send me the message to
Yeah,
what that question was? Because I heard fuck all from that.
I'll put it in the VC chat. Give me one second.
Thank you. I'll read that while T says their take.
Okay. So the reason why I think this happens is mainly because humans evolve by discovering things by non-moral ways. Like medicine, all of that was discovered illegally. That was not morally right, yet what it results in is morally right. It's kind of
What?
like, would you so the way most things happen in development is
Something
people
bad
do bad
happens
things
for the good.
result into good things. Like medicines right now are not as effective, and most common bacteria is adapting to this new environment, mainly because people have stopped producing new variants to combat those things, because we are no longer accepting morally wrong ways to further our technology. If
Yeah.
we were to stand at the same standards as in like the 1900s, where people would still put harmful chemicals and eat tapeworms in order to be skinny and meet standards, then nothing would have changed. Actually, no, many things would have changed, because we're not the only ones that are evolving. Bacteria would have evolved by itself, but it would have taken more time. Things are
Okay.
constantly changing anyway.
I agree that things are constantly changing, but with our current society, I would argue that it is a constant race to improve and like keep going further with vaccines and like whatever, or medicine in general, to the point where where a lot of stuff like the flu, yes, it is all like a lot of it is cured, and polio and etc. But it feels very pointless. Because it's like, yeah, while we cured polio, this has like an indirect effect of there being a new potential polio later down the line that has adapted to this, that could cause more deaths.
A good example with stuff like this is that a lot of these issues didn't start until a lot of white colonies came around. Like a lot of tribes in Africa didn't start dying from diseases until like white colonizers came along. While the tribes had their own medicines and hadn't really had struggles and plagues and diseases that they struggled with, because they had their own ways from nature of curing that, while the colonizers did not know how to do medicine, thus causing half the harmful things and whatnot.
I don't think that's what I'm really getting at here.
I'm just saying.
I know. Okay. See, the thing about I think it's
wait. I have an example for that. You were talking about a disease being cured, and then like it later on becoming more harmful because it adapted.
It doesn't become because of certain. I don't know.
No. I understand what you're saying. I'm just wording it wrong. So there's already a real life example of this happening, which is called tuberculosis. People have developed medicine against tuberculosis. However, it has evolved to a stage where most modern medicine does not work on tuberculosis anymore. So any active tuberculosis is mainly uncurable because the industry standard for it has lowered, as it is not a very rapid disease. It's mostly inactive, but very few of the active tuberculosis patients suffer severely from this, and millions die because it's not being treated, and it's not taken as a serious statistic because it's not a rapid fire like COVID was. There's no panic about it because it is kind of a silent way of death. Until it becomes active, you won't really notice it.
My main argument also comes from the fact is that should doctors even do anything at that point? Because it's like, technically, we adapt to these diseases ourselves, don't we? So it's like, in the long run, yes, I know that people will die as we are speaking, but in the long term, wouldn't it be better in that sense?
So what you're proposing for is nature-induced eugenics. I said what you're proposing right now is nature-induced eugenics.
Yes. Overpopulation is a problem anyway.
Exactly.
Wait.
Exactly. No, Blue. I get what Blue's putting down.
No, because the whole argument comes from it is a bit of a nihilism.
I wasn't here for the but
it's a nihilism take in it. I gave an example of medicine, but this can be applied to anything because
what is this?
The whole. Okay, so.
Here, Blue, do you want to? It's in the VC chat. The question.
Yeah.
I love the topics that are just like the tram, the trolley tram.
That everything good that humanity does directly or indirectly has a negative outcome as a side effect. Modern day medicine and vaccines, diseases become harder and harder to cure purely because they adapt to new tech. That's actually not entirely true. It's not that the diseases themselves are adapting, it's that the diseases themselves are mutating. It's not like if the diseases were adapting, we would get more effective strains of the flu every year.
We die.
Yeah. So they're actually literally just mutating into something that isn't recognizable by our body. And so, like, with vaccines and stuff, we just make it recognize that form of the disease.
Doesn't that indirectly make our immune system like a little bit weaker though in the long run? I mean,
No, because you're using your natural immune system for the majority of modern vaccines.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
the
'cause the
whole
way
thing came
vaccine-
to me from a yai actually, where what the fuck was it called? One of the YouTubers that replied. It was like fucking Jack's Films, yeah. No, so he had like a episode about
Okay.
I'll make your day.
I was curious what a
Uh,
yai is.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
I
I love Yai.
It was like fix your problem. It was called Fix Your Problems,
Yeah.
and what's it called? I'm looking for it. It's like I want to. My mind keeps blanking to grade A under A, but but it was a YouTuber that was popular 8 years ago. What was his fucking name? I'm looking for it. And he proposed.
The fourth.
Who did the rewinds? YouTube rewinds, like the new one.
Oh,
thought it was
didn't
Beast.
Mr.
The
Beast
meme
do one?
ones.
Wasn't that
No,
meme
the one
ones.
before Mr. Beast.
I know PewDiePie did one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, PewDiePie did one. So did John.
PewDiePie with like with somebody. It was the guy that does the memes.
Vsauce?
Is he like the one that did like fucking the This Is America 2 or whatever it was?
Yeah, that guy, I think. He works in like in fucking medicine and shit, and he was like, oh, vaccines and like modern whatever is like it's constantly improving. But I'm looking for it right now because if as soon as I find it, it's gonna.
Yeah, my mother worked for a
As
pharmaceutical.
soon as
I know
I
this
find
stuff.
it, you're done for.
It's not an anti-vaxxer statement. It's more of a statement of nihilism.
Yeah. No, I
of,
get that
like,
argument. It's I don't know. It's an interesting argument because it really depends on the type of disease. With certain
feel like-
diseases, it is definitely true that treating them could be negative in the long run. But at the same time, our modern medicine keeps improving. So
I feel like this is very hard to do because we have adapted a lot since like ancient times and stuff, and back then people had very little options in what they could do. Obviously we have more technology to work with than they had, but they also were treating their own diseases back in the day with normal herbs and medicines that they've made. Like, medicine has never been something that didn't exist, and taking it out of the equation doesn't feel like it's really true. Just because it's in a different form
but-
doesn't mean that it didn't exist before.
Okay, but what
And-
if human doesn't eat the herb though?
Then they
then
die.
we die.
Yeah, we
and
die.
we
Yeah,
have
okay,
gone
but
extinct. Without earliest forms of medicine, we would have gone extinct.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say I have, for me personally, I rather trust natural remedies. Like I still, like trust in like the chemical like vaccines and stuff like that. But like,
Yeah.
there's just some things that you just
I was
don't need.
hoping that we would branch off the medicine topic by now. But yeah,
There's not really like, okay, here's a example of good things that humans do that indirectly have a negative outcome. Petrol for cars, or gasoline for cars.
Oh, yeah.
For us to go vroom vroom. That is one of our greatest inventions, but it's the thing that kills our planet. Like one of the things that kills our planet the fastest.
Yep.
It is a example of like one of those things that you're looking for.
I'm trying to think of something that like people universally like agree that this is a good thing, but it kind of has like a bad thing. Like, okay, can I get
Renewable
like a
energy?
good example?
Like specifically solar
You can think of
power
housing.
with silicon mining.
Yeah.
Housing is a good one too.
Yeah, housing, because it destroys, like, everyone needs housing and everyone wants housing and everyone wants a roof over their head and everyone thinks housing is good until you start really thinking about what it does to the habitats and surroundings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
More
that's a really good
vertical
one.
infrastructure,
I think housing is made
please.
of wood.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I
I've
think it would
always
have
been a
been
proponent for
such
more
a
urban
problem.
structures than.
I don't think it would have been such a problem if humans weren't so overpopulating the Earth.
Exactly. The population is, like, one of the worst parts, and the thing
It's
that's going
like
to bring us to extinction.
the best way I can describe it is that humans are an invasive species
Oh, yeah.
because they have grown to such outrageous numbers.
I will say
That
the
we
8
just-
billion estimate was wrong, and a recent study shows that, but I can't remember what the actual estimate
Yeah,
was. I think
we're
it's
actually
more.
a lot more than what
Yeah.
we think we are, to the point that they're worried that it might even be doubled, but that's like an exaggeration, obviously.
Yeah.
But like they're worried that it's a lot higher than what we think it is.
Which is entirely valid. Because
Yeah.
the proposed, I believe, if we look at ecology and stuff, the maximum human limit is something around 10 to 12 billion.
Yeah.
And to mention that, I don't know if that's real or not, but I've seen something about it recently that there have been studies showing that humans can now comfortably live up to 100 years, which is
That's
like
debatable.
I think that comes down to
It's-
culture as well and just
Yeah.
upbringing.
yeah, it definitely is. However, I think the only way that this overpopulation thing goes down is if humans naturally have shortened their lifespans. Otherwise, it just cannot work.
Well, about
Yeah.
that, with Gen Z and Gen Alpha are probably going to be the most likely to. We're already slowing down. This has gone to a completely different topic, by the way, but I
Yeah,
just
no,
want to
it's
sit
okay.
on it.
We love
For a
goalposts.
Yeah,
second.
it's still nice to talk about.
I am a firm believer of like it was a sad thing that happened, but COVID should have done more than what it did. Like it may have killed millions, but at the end of the day, there was millions of babies born during COVID as well.
Yeah.
Like,
No, COVID really
like-
didn't offset the population as much as people
Yeah.
like to claim it did.
it offsetted our economy, but like it did not do what technically, because it's a bit of a belief. Oh, never mind. Give me a second.
Lamau.
I am very biased about this because I've lost some family, like extended family members to COVID, so I'm a little bit more biased about this topic.
I think humans can have higher
I
population.
think we
on
should
Earth,
have died
and-
more in the COVID.
I think humans can have higher population on Earth, and I think that could be beneficial in certain ways. But with the way it's currently being handled, population growth and just human habitation in general, it is not beneficial to the Earth.
You know what I think? Because there's loads of governments that are complaining about birth rates and whatnot. I think there's more than enough birth rates for like
Yeah.
a
Well,
long
so-
time.
The birth rates argument comes from predictive modeling from both ecology and economics. Most people like who are complaining extremely are expecting that economic trend of upward growth, and there's not going to be enough people to fuel that upward trend. Eventually, economies should stalemate, and that should be good. But they don't. Because they want that upward trend 24/7.
Yeah, because they're greedy pieces of shit.
People who study like ecology and sociology and stuff will tell you that, I mean, it's not a terrible thing, and it's probably better for the planet if this is like as is.
So we shouldn't do anything because things are good as is, and it will all.
Well, no, not like as is, but
We're
like
back to
declining birth
nihilism.
rates could be.
All
They're
roads
saying-
lead to nihilism.
They're saying that
Yeah,
declining
by
birth
all
rates
means.
could be beneficial to the planet and the ecosystems on it. That's the main argument.
Like, it's a yes and no. It's like technically it's a good thing, but at the same time it's a bad thing because the way that capitalism
take it as a good
works.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it as a good thing because it fuels my argument of if humans just didn't do anything in the first place, we would be fine.
Yeah, exactly. No, we should have.
Let's
we
all
should-
go back to
we
caves
should be
and sticks.
lasting longer than what we are, but then again, we're also lasting longer than we should be.
Yeah.
When you think about how evolution and all that, so it's
See,
going to
this
happen.
goes back to the topic of modern medicine shouldn't have developed past 1800s.
Okay.
We would all be
I have
fine now.
one argument. Everybody brings
Yeah,
up
yeah.
insulin prices, okay? And this is something that I am very emphatic about. Insulin prices, I don't think they should be as high as they are, but if you
No.
are looking for $25 insulin, you can still get that $25 insulin from the 1940s. But it's not going to be near as effective as the modern insulins.
Just because they go
What?
out of date doesn't. It's just because it just isn't as intense. So, like, if you have like minor, you can honestly get away with having like a out of date insulin,
Yeah.
You know, there's
What
some
if-
really nice
what if
which
there
information
should be
about insulin and
utilized
stuff.
in medicine
should be,
because
but it's
God,
not.
that would stop a lot of the insulin shortages that are around. But whatever.
Where that hits a snag is people are like, well, what constitutes minor? You know, and really that should just be left up to the
I guess it
scientists
just
to
comes
be
down
like,
to anaphylactic
like-
reactions, and
Yeah,
you get
stuff like
tested.
that.
You get tested when you get like stuff for your insulin.
yeah.
So you kind of get a good basis of what happens, and if it doesn't work, well, there's always the hospitals that have the proper insulin, like the
But
heavy stuff.
Because
You know,
of,
insulin is really expensive and stuff. The person who created insulin has like initially made it free for everybody to get and buy. But then I don't know what the fuck happened
okay,
because insulin
So,
is now
because
Bad bit of
insulin formulas are technically public and you can make them yourself, but because of how the economy works and because of how healthcare works and manufacturing of drugs works, you have to pay for that, and it is a very expensive process to create good insulin.
Mhm.
And because of that, that's why prices keep driving up. That, and because it costs a lot of money to renew patents on all the old stuff, which I don't know why some pharma companies are still doing that.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird.
It's
At the end of the
greed.
day. At the end of the day, when you really think of everything, all roads actually lead to capitalism, and how capitalism is the worst thing to ever fucking exist, and is probably the reason we are in this mess to begin with.
Because, like I mentioned this, my
Okay.
mother works for a pharma company. She is a scientist for it, and that's what she started out as. But all of the business bigwigs are constantly fighting the science department over prices and
Yeah.
deadlines and how things are done.
Yeah,
Because-
like
They want money.
they want money, and they don't care what the experts said. All they care about is what the green says, even though that is a fundamentally imaginary thing that we have convinced ourselves is a real thing.
I love fiat money.
See, I think
we
I
bring back trading goods for other goods.
You
that's
can
what my-
still do
God,
that, fun fact.
thank
You
God,
can do
You
that.
can
thank
still
God
do
you
that.
said that, T, because that comes back to my topic of how if we didn't invent currency, we would be fine right now.
Okay,
That's literally it.
I don't know what this first one is, so I'm gonna say it out loud, and you guys can tell me if you know what it is. Thoughts on pea zombies?
What?
What?
Pea zombies. Type that out
just
for
the
me.
letter P, just the letter P,
Oh.
and then zombies.
Meaning.
Google
Oh, I
this
see
so I can-
Reddit. Oh, philosophical. Zombies. Okay,
okay.
P zombies, a thought experiment in philosophy of mind describing a hypothetical being physically identical to human, but lacking consciousness, experience, or inner subjective awareness. While they act and speak and react like humans, there is nothing like there is Oh, there
Is
is
this
nothing
not
it is
just the
like to be
Sorry.
them. So it's basically humans without consciousness.
Yeah, it's like everything a human would do, but they just straight up aren't conscious, which there's no way to test for. Like, there's no metric for that.
Goo Goo Gaga babies. That's my only. Just imagine babies. Because
lab grown.
I don't know. It's just the thought of like if they could still look, speak, and react. Like what the fuck did it say?
Well, like it's just a functional human stripped of its consciousness. It's not that they would be a baby. I don't think. I think it's saying like just anything a human would do, it can do, but it just isn't considered conscious.
Let me read a little bit more into this.
It's
Okay,
hard to figure out what it entails.
So there's a type of zombies in this. So you have a behavioral zombie. Is behaviorally indiscriminate. Basically, you can't tell from a human. You can't tell if they're just mindless.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you just look at someone, you're like, they're an NPC. Think of it like that.
Does the
Doesn't matter.
idea I don't like
I
this.
feel like because it's like similar to how like you'll look at like a dog and you'll be like, it's cute, but like I think a human being is more valuable. Like a lot of people do think animals are less valuable than us. Why? Because we're sentient, they're not. And this is like,
but
we should kill them.
But there's no way for
there's no proof.
yeah, there's
Like
The
there's
only
no real-
how we base sentience is based on speech,
yeah,
and
which
like
doesn't make sense because there's so many other species capable of.
there are so
low
many.
speech.
something I love bringing up. There's a species of monkeys, bonobos, which
Yep.
have a language that people have
Thank
been
God it's
able to
not
learn and then
baboons.
communicate with them. It
Yep.
is a very simple and basic language, but I think that this idea of a philosophical zombie where people where there are these like there's this like creature that to all intents and purposes is indistinguishable from us, but
think of
just
them.
somehow we know they don't have consciousness. Does it really matter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
like
wait,
my only
okay,
way
what if-
is that think of
what if-
them as like walking jellyfish. How like jellyfish live somehow despite having zero organs that tells us they should be living. Think of it
You
like
you
Yeah.
cut it into one of these pea zombies, and then you like look into their skull, and then there's it's just all
Nothing.
empty there, and there's like a couple sparks of electricity
I think me and these philosophical zombies, we have a lot in common.
I honestly think, okay,
We don't find
unironically,
anything either.
if this was real and this was like found out about, examining pea zombies' brains after or like while they're alive and you just have like some
you'd
contrast or
be able
something
to
in
do
there, that you would be able to figure out where the consciousness is located, or
Yeah.
if that is even a thing, and it's just us,
'Cause, like,
you know.
I
technically
find it
like
difficult
not
to
having-
pinpoint what a consciousness is, because what would that define? Because is
The
it the
lack of
ability to
us.
speak? Is it the ability to think? Because
Like,
if
it's
we
the
define
ab- it's-
consciousness by speech and
okay.
thinking,
Let's bring it back to Rene Descartes, my favorite philosopher. It's according to Rene Descartes, it is the ability to think for yourself.
Yeah.
But to most modern
I know a
philosophers,
lot
it is
of people who don't have consciousness.
Yeah, we call that common sense.
according to most modern philosophers, consciousness is a little more complex than that. It is what is it? Let me see. The recognition of one's own ego to an extent, which is such a
then I know
loaded
even
topic.
It's
more-
basically being
Then I know
self-aware.
even
Like
more people that don't
think
have
of it.
consciousness.
Yeah. Another thing that I have found that like humans like to measure consciousness is whether or not an animal can recognize itself in the mirror
Yeah.
as well. Is like because we can recognize ourselves because we have the fundamental in our
Okay, but
brain we can
a lot
break
of-
that
So,
down.
Sure.
A lot of the animals get scared when you show their own reflections.
Exactly. So that's
too-
those are deemed no consciousness by that metric.
Yeah, which is like bullshit, but like that's like
Yeah.
how it used to be like deemed. Like fucking birds flying into windows. They can't the birds don't have consciousness because can't you see the fucking window?
Except for birds of prey, because they can recognize themselves in mirrors. Some of them.
Incredibly dumb to measure by, though, because
Yeah.
if you didn't know what the concept of a mirror was, then would you not also be startled to see yourself in it? I feel like that's a really dumb way to measure
it's not
consciousness.
just mirror, though. It's like recognize its own reflection. Mirror is just like a dumbed down.
The only reason we understand that it is our reflection, like the mirror, because obviously humans have seen their reflections in water for years, and they've seen reflections of themselves in years, but not everyone had. And to those who do see themselves in the mirror for the first time, it is a very scary experience. Even when you're born as a human, you have to be told that it's your reflections. And there has been examples, I don't know if you've seen, like with animals teach each other through body language and social cues to kind of like ease. So like you'll see, like, say a cat's like really eager for dinner, but like one cat keeps hitting it because it knows the other cat knows you're going to get food either way, while the other cat doesn't. And it's like socially adjusting to that. And we've been socially adjusted to the mirror. Like, for example, like that is a good example of like the mirror doesn't define our consciousness, because therefore these cats are conscious because they know social cues and stuff. Like social cues is also a very big one, or being able to listen to commands is a very good example of consciousness.
Another way I've seen it defined is having culture, which I really like, because that is it's technically measurable, because you can measure if something is passed down from one generation.
So white people aren't conscious.
No, so
some white people aren't cultured.
Yeah.
It's
more so like a common understood behaviors and norms and stuff. Like the idea of culture is just the passing of knowledge from one generation to the next, and that can be like basically any type of knowledge. So there is this tribe of monkeys on the coast of Japan. Who, you know about them. They have what was it, like nuts or something?
So you know how dolphins are considered really intelligent creatures and everything? They like to go and like munch on live pufferfish to get high off of the toxins, which is something that's taught to every dolphin.
They also homosexuality as well is very common in dolphins as well, which you can define as they were taught that. Dolphins are also very much
dolphins now.
Dolphins
they
before
must be high off
video,
those
bro.
pufferfish. That's why they're gay.
Like at the end of the day, when you really start to think about stuff, because what is instinct and what is culture, because every human has the instinct to eat, breathe, and drink water. Right? To an extent. There's some people out there that don't. And like,
I like how we keep shitting on a very specific subset of humans.
It's a very specific minority of people. But like you can see it in animals, because a good way to also know is like, is it instinct? Because you'll know by if one breed of the same species, if they do it differently to the other breed of the same species, you'll know if like that's a good example of when it is instinct and whether it's culture. So like for example, something that would be instinct is ant colonies. Ant colonies, there's not really any like I haven't seen, besides them being different species, of them doing anything different than what their DNA programs to do. Like with their survival instincts, they very much do not really adapt around the world. The world just kind of they adapt around the world, but it's like still following the same path.
But at the same time, ants are the few animals that declare war on each other. So
true, ants, and it is proven that ants can communicate to each other.
Is derived from the ability to declare war.
I would argue that
was a good one, actually.
I would argue that consciousness derives from if you can commit sin or not.
Monkeys are very conscious.
Those monkeys in China that jack off, they are very conscious.
They're very conscious.
They choose to jack
The
off.
fucking
They-
the fucking macaque with like his like stuffed animal and the other macaque's fucking swinging him around and shit. Very conscious.
They think for themselves, and they're like, "Yes,
They're
I
free
want to
thinkers.
jack off."
Free thinkers in
Something
this
people
day and
wouldn't
age.
never achieve.
Yeah, where'd all the sheeple go? Come on. I was counting on there being more.
Like every animal you try to think of besides say jellyfish, or
Well, even jellyfish
have-
display like some things that could be considered
they're fucking
consciousness.
weird. Can I
I
just
don't-
say I don't fuck with
They're an
jellyfish.
enigma, dude. I
Tell
don't
me
get it. I
what's
love
in-
them so
Tell
much,
me
but I
what
don't get
thing
it.
the jellyfish does.
The
man.
best way I like fundamentally understand jellyfish is like think about corals. Like they're just a living plant that like moves around.
Yeah.
Is the only way I can understand how they work. Which is
So,
like
okay.
really cool.
Bluke, they display some colonies of jellyfish display signs of culture
Colonies,
because
they have colonies.
They do have colonies. There are
Oh,
some
God.
Yeah.
species of jellyfish that will stay in colonies, right? And they display
Box
signs of
jellyfish.
culture because
What?
they display some kind of culture because it isn't in their like it isn't a survival instinct, but they will avoid certain areas. And when kids go over there, adults will go fetch them by bumping into them and stuff. Like this is
I
a real
think-
thing that happens.
I think that's okay. It's kind of like how
That's
do I
interesting.
describe it to you? It's like you know how you can have 0.0.1 of a unit.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So you're saying you don't need one sign of consciousness, you need multiple.
Well, no. Okay, the jellyfish need multiple smaller increments of self-consciousness to form what we as humans consider a form of self-consciousness. But a standalone jellyfish outside of colonies lack that. What we deem to be self-consciousness.
Well, that's that, and also
That's
it's
all
easier
I
to
know off
study.
the top of my
I
head.
will say it is easier to study a colony than a lone jellyfish,
is
unless
so
you're
much
fucking
easier.
chasing this jellyfish.
Also, tell me what's in the jellyfish colony does, man. Other than
Sloth, hello? They float around for hours on end.
Wait,
no, but
you're
they can't
so-
control it. They control
What?
themselves. You can't. They can't put no input, man. They don't. They
Exactly.
Don't know.
That's the ultimate form of sloth.
That's,
I would argue
that is the
qualifies them
ultimate.
further.
Yeah, that is sloth. Honestly,
You know what else I would
There-
like to bring up?
there's
They
a
can
reason-
choose
there's
to
a
move.
reason-
They can choose to move. So
there's a reason why turtles mistake them as
They-
mistake plastic bags as jellyfish. Because do you ever
That's
feel like a plastic
good
bag
point.
drifting through the wind, wanting to start again?
Okay, when does the jellyfish have the option to move?
they can. Have you never seen them moving? Like they can move voluntarily, or they can just sit
they
there.
will. I will say, even like lone jellyfish have like been seen like when being studied to swim away.
Yeah, like it
They
is a-
avoid.
I guess jellyfish are conscious.
And actually no, it is proven that jellyfish on purposely will go hunting. Especially
Okay, no,
like
never
this.
mind. Jellyfish are the most conscious people of all time.
Yeah, because they hunt. They hunt as well. Got no brain.
Unironically, this is kind of
Situation.
shocking how many things could qualify them for consciousness.
Like what? At the end of the day, we have no rule of thumb of consciousness, and at the end of the day, humans thinking that they are above animals. Quick PMO thing. I hate humans that refuse to call themselves animals. You
Oh, yeah.
cannot deny that we are animals.
There was this.
My-
okay. So I was in Boy Scouts for a while. I went on a camping trip, and we had to do like service hours for the camping trip so that we could stay there to camp, right? But
Mhm.
while we were doing it, there was just this guy who had like a bunch of animals in his like house or whatever, and he came out and started preaching to us about animals and stuff and what they could do, and it was like pretty interesting stuff, you know, stuff like oh, he had a ball python, stuff like that, you know.
Ooh.
And then at some point he's like he just started going off on this rant, and he's like, God gave us dominion over you.
Ah, okay, I see.
Talking about all the animals. I think about that to this day. That was like 5 to 6 years ago. I still can't stop thinking about it because he was like, God gave us the dominion over these animals. That's why we hunt them. That's why.
I can do these things because God said so.
Like,
But like a good example of your primary, like your animalistic instincts is, you know how like with like 90% of animals, if you stare at them, they get pissed the fuck off. Like they get pissed if you stare at them. Do you know how many kids lose their shit across from the class if you look at them for a millisecond too long? I think that
or
is
like when you look at them and then like they look back at you and you lock eyes and you look away quickly and then they make
like you get uncomfortable
about it later.
and like you also feel uncomfortable and irritated. Like
anyway, fake humans. I really
just
don't think there would be a way to
down.
tell.
I'm not a pussy.
If
I
fake
stare
humans
that
existed,
you are
I
an
would
alpha.
shoot them.
But
if I have eye contact with somebody, I am not breaking that. It is now
That
a
is
war, and
horrifying.
you
That
will
is-
lose the eye
kind of
contact.
I think that's called autism. But yeah. So, anyway, I don't think there's really much we can add to the fucking P zombie argument because like there's not enough basis to like really go off that like
Like,
philosophical
who's
point
to
like
say that
idea.
reactions at a nervous system level, like just those, who's to say that's not consciousness? You know, like
Who's to say I'm not the Macau monkey jacking off right now?
I believe it.
We could probably go on to the next question.
Yep, so, Water Lover just
I feel like
messaged me on Essential. This is beautiful.
Water lover. Wow,
Yes,
this
Water
reminds
Lover
me of
82.
Oh my god.
I feel really Greek.
You feel
did you
really
say
what?
Greek?
And yeah, I feel really Greek suggesting that I'm the Macau monkey jacking off.
Honestly,
I'm
fair.
sensing-
That is a very Greek thing to suggest.
Greeks were like peak humanity. Let's be
Yeah, I think like
And then-
Plato and Aristotle both like went to the group orgy and like were having sex and they were just like, so do you think this qualifies a human?
I've never thought I'd
think
hear
they would
these
hate
words
each other
out
enough where
loud,
they
bro.
wouldn't like. Where they wouldn't.
No, Plato and
group
Aristotle
orgy.
specifically hated each other, so they would
Yeah.
not be having sex.
Sadly, even though I would really, if Greek
That's
culture
my
was a
favorite
little,
like historic ship is Plato and Aristotle.
if Greek culture was a little bit different and sex was viewed more as a pastime than something to do with somebody you cared, then that would totally be a reality.
Last time I checked it, you didn't always do it with someone you cared. You just had someone you cared while doing it with others.
Yeah, that is.
It was
that
a very
true.
polyamorous
Yeah.
time of
Yeah.
humanity.
Then technically it could
Very
be
sexually
possible,
ambiguous.
but I think either of them would leave the group sesh, honestly, if they saw each other there. Like,
It's like getting friend groups to meet up. You're like,
Oh, orgy groups met up. Oh no.
how do you think that went down? Is there just like some guy in a square like orgy this weekend? You know, like,
no, I think
They, like-
I think they are pretty. I think they're like communal, where it's like a bar
Yeah.
has like a certain group that they meet up every Sunday.
It was
and they're, like-
basically
it's
just
like a book club.
brothels everywhere.
yeah.
I know. I don't think it's like. I think like obviously you discuss with your best mate and that, and be like, "Oh, come over mine. Like we'll have a good time." And he's like, "Oh, is it right if I bring my mate as well?" I was like, "Yeah, mate, come on."
Yeah,
No, it's just like college party culture. Then okay.
Yeah. That's how I imagine it. With like a bit of bread and a bit of apple,
Yeah,
maybe some wine.
a bit of apple.
God. Okay. Anyway, we've gone
Next
down such a
question.
random
Next
route.
Next question by the same chatter.
Uh-huh.
What do we think about disembodied consciousnesses?
Disembodied.
How
Oh,
would we-
so like
okay,
okay,
so,
so
what do we,
a
like,
good way
what about it?
a good way for me to understand this as someone who dissociates all the fucking time. It's basically being so aware that the reality of your body is like just not something you connect with is like a good way to describe disembodied consciousness. Is like where it's kind of like an autopilot, I guess, is a good way to
It's
I
kind of
see it more like whenever you kind of like aren't in your body anymore, everything just feels so fake. It feels like
Yeah.
you're simply staring at the world and you're not connected to it anymore. It feels
I'm
like
gonna be honest. Whenever I
it's all
dissociate,
fake.
it's like third person.
Yeah, that's exactly like the
Yeah.
like that's an example of disembodiment. And psychedelics love to fucking bring that to the fucking max.
God, never let
And
me on psychedelics. I would go
God.
through some shit, I think.
marijuana is enough to even send you to that. Trust me, I know. You have no idea how many times I've seen myself in the third person. All I did was smoke a strain, and I'd be like, "What the fuck? Who laced
Dude,
my
all my
shit, yo?"
dreams are in third person, but it's like Fortnite third person where it's over the shoulder. I
Oh,
don't
over
know
the
why.
shoulder. Mine's like mine's like a fucking Resident Evil like game. sorry.
No, this is more interesting. I like this one.
I've never had the thing where it's like I'm out of my body, so it's kind of really hard for me to imagine
Really?
something like that.
Right.
Whenever
I can I'm gonna be
disassociate-
so honest. I can kind of just toggle it off and on. Like right now, I'm
Yeah,
literally
you
staring at
can.
myself over the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's
Whenever-
unfair.
whenever
you
I-
gotta share. You gotta share up here.
Dude, I can corner peek, bro. I can
So I
corner
don't
peek.
I can't do that. For me, it's kind of like.
Whenever I sorry.
Sorry, go on, Blue. Go on.
No, like whenever I disassociate, it's kind of like I turn off the channel for my eyes and my brain.
You just go blank. Yeah. So you just have normal dissociation. You don't have like disembodied dissociation.
Yeah, no, so it's kind of really hard for me to imagine something like because I can think of what I look like when I'm gesturing something, and I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I can I can paint. in
Not
my
me
mind
looking
what
up at
what
my
I'm
ceiling
doing
as
right
you
now.
said that.
No, because it's like I can do I can do hand gestures, right? And then I'm not looking at the hand gestures, right? But I can paint a picture of what it's looking like of me doing those hand gestures.
I will tell
and
you
that's as
right
close
now.
as I can get.
Yeah, I was gonna
to
say.
a third person view.
I was
But,
gonna say disembodied dissociation feels like nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I have no experience in this, but that's as close as I can get with
yeah.
painting what I look like doing
Take
something.
a
While not
take
doing
a
that.
mushy, take a shroom.
Yeah,
and
I
you'll
would
understand.
recommend it. It's I haven't done it, but from what I've heard, it's a very common experience.
It's a very a lot of everyone that I've like no dead ass. Not to be like the druggie of like the fucking core right now. I haven't taken shrooms myself, but every person that I've spoken to that has taken it and has tripped, they've come back a different person. They're like, my life.
Dude, it's the
changed.
ego death. It's unironically.
Dude, oh no, ego death is a motherfucker. Like, one of my mates had it when he was like, we were like really young, and he just fucking changed for the worse. Like, has not recovered since. But that was because that was the shit that he took was not mushies. But like people who have taken mushies are like always like just have like this different approach to life. This is going once again going so far off topic.
Dude, I'm mentally spinning my third person camera around myself right now. What's weird? Okay, what's weird is I have aphantasia, but I can fully just see this. So this is like a weird. Like I just realized this.
That's so interesting.
Because
I mean,
I guess it's like
for me
in my brain it's rendered differently or something.
Yeah, like I guess because like your body is right there and you're in your body rather than like you're not in a fucking apple and the apple's not in front of you.
Yeah, I'm not in a 3D chair spinning around.
That's such an interesting sensation with infantasia.
Yeah, infantasia, where I turn into a baby.
It out of body, but I guess when I do dissociate, it's kind of like I can see every strand of my hair, like on like it's like there's an overlay of my entire body, and I can slightly see my veins through my skin sometimes. Like I don't know how to explain it.
I would say that's would be a more what is it? I can't think of my words right now. What is it? Hyperfixation dissociation.
Yeah.
Where you hyperfixate while dissociating. Which sounds very counterproductive, but it's very much a real thing.
Where you hyperfixate while dissociating. Yeah, really. I wonder what else it would have been.
Like, so okay, we've got like 3 already. We've got 4 different types of dissociation out of body experiences. We've got Blue who can't feel out of body but can just completely shut off. You've got the fucking end. You got the person who can't imagine an apple but can imagine themselves in 360 all view camera on a
I got
and then you got the
5 under my nose right now.
and then you got the motherfucker who can just see through their skin because they're so dissociated. And then you got me.
This is a really maybe dissociation is the measure of consciousness.
Maybe it is because for me, my experience, I understand like the seeing yourself in the person and like the like fucking shutting off. Not entirely seeing through my skin. Like sometimes I have that, but I'm pretty sure it's because I can actually see what I'm seeing, not because I feel like I can see it. You know?
Yeah.
Or like
Your skin is see-through?
Oh my god, are you white?
Don't be mean about it.
It's okay. It's okay. You would have done numbers back in the Victorian era. Anyway, for me, with my experience, is like you're in the body, but you are not. Like what you are feeling is like not what you're actually feeling. Like it's almost like a numbness to it, and you're not.
Yeah.
You're not present at all while being present. And when you realize that you're in that state, I half the time stand there for a second, like when like you first gain conscious as like a baby in like the fucking middle of the kitchen. Like I sit there for a second, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like it's very hard for me to like focus on conversations or my surroundings. I struggle to take in information. I'm so absorbed in being so aware of reality that it disconnects me from everything. And I feel like awareness is connected very much to consciousness. And being...
This isn't related to the topic, but
yeah.
Has anybody had any dreams where you're in a constant cycle of like dying and then waking up and then realizing that was a dream?
No.
Yes.
I've had even worse, where I keep repeatedly dying and thinking I wake up, but I'm still in the dream. So like, I'm in a constant loop of just death and over and over and over and over, until like at some point I hear just a shuffle, or maybe my alarm, or like I hear a sneeze, or I hear somebody like walking lightly outside my room.
Imagine getting woken up from a death with a sneeze. I would be so pissed.
No, send me back.
The slightest disturbance would just wake me up. But unless that happens, I'm just stuck, just doing the same thing over.
That's like a type of sleep paralysis, I'm pretty sure.
So yeah.
Is it? I don't know. That's not.
It's just
sleep
like
paralysis, because
if you can't wake up from it, if you are unable to wake up from a dream when you know you should wake up, that is sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Oh really?
You're just not one of the people who have their eyes open and they're fucking looking around the room.
God, dude, I drew one of my sleep paralysis demons in like 8th grade or something. Because I used to get like really bad sleep paralysis in my bed, and I would just lie there awake. But I found that drawing recently, and it was haunting because it was just like it was my room drawn from. It was like a 4-point perspective, so almost fisheye my room, and it just had like this thing where it had like no limbs. It had several limbs, but they didn't have like appendages to like grab things. It just stabbed into the wall and stared at me.
Can you send that to me if you find it?
I'll see if I can find it.
I'm so
if
curious.
Not, I'll
that sounds interesting.
I had a similar demon in my freaking dreams. It kind of like, so what it would do
Kind of like you have sleep
is like
paralysis.
Ah.
no, this isn't okay. So this is a different one. So there's the one that kills me, and then there's the one that takes my
Oh,
family.
there's
There's
one
different
that
genres
kills
to
you.
this.
Oh, so there's kidnapping and murder. Okay.
Yeah. So the
Well,
one
there's
that
sin.
takes my family hostage usually is like
When are we gonna get envy?
Hostage. Keep going, keep going.
so that one is like very taunting, and he's very like muscular and broad, but at the same time he has like a bag over his head, and in
Stacey, be
every
quiet.
dream where it
It's
happens
Plurixity.
he gives me a weapon. He gives me a weapon,
Okay,
and
Jason.
I have to chase him, and then at the end I have to choose who I want to spare. And
Is he a
then every
masochist
time
by
I
any
just
chance?
go to kill him instead,
No,
and it
he's
works.
not a masochist.
I don't
He's-
know what
he
that
just wants to see what his
happens.
body can take.
He's a sadist. God, that makes me want to go on the topic of like, does anyone have continuation dreams?
Yes,
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
What about
Technically-
premonitions, bro?
technically,
Sorry.
They're
Do you-
not.
Can I?
They're not continuation. So I have the same dream multiple times, and sometimes it'll stop earlier. Sometimes it'll go further.
Yes, yes.
Bro, think he Moon Knight? What?
Dude, can I talk about like a really weird one? And it's definitely influenced by all the media that I'm consuming as someone who's very aware of politics and like culture, like pop culture and that.
Do you dream about the big Yahoo?
What?
No,
The
I'm not
CEO
getting
of
that.
Yahoo. The CEO of
Unfortunately,
Yahoo.
Unfortunately,
Dude.
we're getting the topic of
Dude,
Epstein.
recurring dream where you ask Cora a question and they're like, "You're gonna die in 3 days."
Cortana.
Fucking, I hate
Fucking
Cortana.
co-pilot.
I did premonition art by accident, and like, it's so weird.
I
I
accidentally
actually
started
knew what was going to
Estonian
happen.
space program in my dreams.
Did you blow it up and then get sent to a moon full of blood?
No. So what we did was we took the space shuttle and we did a 4-hour drive with it.
Also, I think it's really funny. It's been an
Wait,
hour
hold
and
on.
40
Wait, hold
minutes.
on. Were you just like on a highway? I really want to know.
Oh my god, Luke, I've got the perfect VR world for you to play so you can relive that experience. Oh my god, wait, no,
He really
you guys
wants
have
to relive this experience.
no, it's really good, Luke, you don't understand.
Look, Devin.
No, come back to me. Oh hey.
You know what I really, you know what I find really funny? It's been an hour and 40 minutes, and of like the 20 different questions that I have written down, we've answered 8 of them.
Should we maybe move on?
No,
I
I
keep
want to
going.
Answer the original question.
I think it's not too important to answer the original question, because we kind of have been answering it. Which the question is just, what is your thoughts on this? And we've kind of just
I
been
guess.
putting what our thoughts were.
Yeah, our thoughts quick. Oh, never mind.
What? Start breaking it down, holy shit.
No, so how the Estonian space program worked in my dream was we went onto a random field and it had like the NASA like big tower with the rocket, right? And then we get on the rocket and then we like start going up, right? And it's like we feel the G-force and it's really, really strong and we go through like the typical the Estonian rocket. It's like it's how like
That's-
movies perceive like rock travel, where it's like 3, 2, 1, and it's, the whole thing shakes. And then after like long, grueling hours of waiting, we arrive. I come out of the shuttle, and we're just in the middle of the city. And then I realized it was a 4-hour drive to the capital because we're at the capital.
My god.
Really quick.
Oh, I was
I really-
just gonna. Sorry, I'm sorry.
By the way, guys, think
God.
we're about to hit the second crash stream.
Oh,
So if
we're
I laugh
live
for
right
a
now?
minute, that's why.
Yeah, we're live. This is all recorded, bro.
We've been live.
I had no. I'm just here for vibes.
Alright, guys. The computer will stop crashing.
This is you willingly walk to.
I'm
Laugh.
here.
You
The demon.
I want to talk about that association, because you're talking about how it's like everything just feels that, and I wrote down at some point like intending to represent that feel. I wrote down as it feels like human is lifting up your consciousness.
that is like such an interesting way to it, like, and like that's what it feels like at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
Everything right
unique.
now.
Choose that.
You know when you did you tunnel it so hard, even the eyes usually would be like blank, you're so focused in the front, they would be gone. So you would be tunnel visioning your visual.
I think
Bro,
that's
put on horse blinders.
hyperfixation.
That is,
That's
No!
just hyperfixation. Trust me.
Yeah, okay.
you would
so
know
T,
dissociation. It's a
al-
very specific feeling.
No,
T, I
I know
also
what I'm
get the
talking
tunnel
about.
vision
I'm just
thing.
like,
But the thing
Darling
is I'm not focused on anything.
Yeah, you
There's
just
nothing
dissociate flat out. There is no
Tunnel
tunnel.
vision, but instead of the walls being on the side, it's just right in front of you. You're staring at the wall of the tunnel.
All I can imagine just that there's a train just driving normally and then just looking at the wall real quick and still go.
The tunnel
I
has
don't know
caved
why.
in. The tunnel has.
I guys,
caved
guys,
in.
I
There's
want you
no-
to know.
The game is
I
fully
want you-
crashed,
I want
so
you guys to
able make it
know.
correct again.
Welcome back. Guys, I want you to know, while I'm like saying all this, I'm talking really loud, and there are literally like fucking construction workers like just an inch away from my door, hearing all of what I'm saying, and I must sound.
You should start like just trying to freak them out by saying like, yeah, and we should all like, because
should
I was
build a
talking to
construction worker.
Morbus the other day, and I was
we
talking about
should
how we
all
should give
kill
them
these
human DNA,
construction
but
workers.
God, I kind of want to go on to the next question. Not gonna lie.
yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna move
we
on,
can
so-
we can go on to the next question now. Okay. So
Why was I pinged him?
next question is let's pull this up. Is another one by T. Actually, you know what? We're gonna come back to this one because I want to do a silly one. Because we haven't done. We've been like
Yeah, we haven't done a silly.
We've been on serious ones for a while.
I didn't even know there were.
I mean, we
feel like
we
it's
made them.
silly.
We made them silly. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I want an actual silly one.
Let's see.
What? You don't like the philosopher orgy?
No, that was a good one. That was a good one.
So,
Philosophy orgy was not
Why-
a good
so
it's a
this one is
combination
by-
of words
this one
I
is by
wanted
Genty.
to know.
this one's by
Oh.
Genty. Why would a
This is a good one.
chud act like a blood if said chud said they wouldn't?
Oh.
Okay, so let's get into the fine details of this, right?
Yeah.
So
Let me
what
check out
is
this
one.
what
Here we
is
go.
the, what,
Here we go.
what is a chud in this scenario? As
A
some of you
cannibalistic
might know,
humanoid underground dweller.
thank you, Cheese. I was about to say
Okay.
that. A chud is a cannibalistic humanoid. Yeah.
Let me guess the next
and
word.
what a-
Underground dweller.
Yeah. And what is a blood in this scenario? Are we defining blood as in Bloods and Crips, or
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh. Yeah, we're defining it as that. So, the human cannibalistic people monsters are part of the Bloods gang. So, what do we think about that?
Well,
What is
I
the
think it
question?
just goes to show that inherently, Actually, I'm going to stop right now. Because I can't say that.
Since I have vampires as part of my culture, I believe it is really nice of me to answer this.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, it goes to show that all gangs in East California are actually psyops by the cannibalistic government.
Yeah, no,
Do they
they
underground
solved
well?
the law system.
I was trying to be more silly about it because my country's like culture is very like with vampires, and they're considered blood-sucking monsters that also cannibalize on people. So I
They
thought it
live
was
in the
really
sewers.
relevant.
Do they
And then
live
they
in the
become
sewers?
bloods. And they live in the sewers.
Yeah. Wait, are vampires
And they
considered
spent
blood?
50 years of gang wars.
What about
Vampires
wars?
considered
What did I
blood?
miss?
Oh, we determined that all West American gangs are government psyops created by the cannibalistic
Chuds.
upper class. Yep.
Yeah.
Fun fact, that wouldn't be entirely wrong considering there's already connections with here in Australia and bikie gangs working together and whatnot. Even though they try to act like they shut down bikie gangs, they actually use bikie gangs to deal in like black markets and stuff. So that probably is a very much real thing.
Sex, but nobody mentions that, do they now?
What did you say? What did you say?
I use biker gangs for group sex orgy sessions.
Dude,
nobody
you're just
mentions
like
that.
you're just like
Fun
Socrates,
fact,
bro.
there is a Australian bikie gang called Dykes on Bikes, which is just a bunch of lesbians
Oh yeah, I've
that
heard
go
about
around. Yeah, they're sick. I fucking
Yeah,
love them.
well,
They're
nobody-
like one of the, which is really funny. They're so respected that even like the homophobic like bikie gangs love them. Like,
Hell yeah.
like they just lesbians so hard that like it just norm.
Can't hate the player, hate the game.
I think most biker gangs should stop biking and they should start making TikTok videos of them talking about biking.
I'm gonna ask.
And-
I'm gonna ask my uncle if he can do that. Actually, dead
They should
ass.
all make TikTok videos of them standing near their bikes with their helmets on and waving wildly like they're talking, but they're not actually talking.
I should ask.
Yeah, and
I
then
should
they-
ask my
and then
uncle
they
to
put,
do
like,
that.
And then they do like TikTok trends, but it's like they have like the biker helmets on as well.
Yeah, and it's like literally for no reason because they're just at their house.
Oh
and
my
the
god!
bike
I
isn't
should.
even
I
in the
should.
picture.
I should introduce
Yeah.
them. I should introduce them into biker talk.
Please
Biker
don't.
talk.
Imagine.
Yeah, no,
That's what
imagine the
Luke and I are
rivalries.
specifically referencing.
Yeah, imagine the rivalries that would happen between like the fucking sports. Like there's already such like a like fucking like segregated like if you ride sports bike
Whoa.
like you're seen like you're dumb idiot like obviously
I've
you're
never
also that
got
Harley
that because
Davidsons.
sports bikes are like objectively cooler looking than.
I only like
think they're both.
biker. I only like biker gangs for their helmets. Nothing else. Nothing more.
I like them for I don't know. I don't, they
I like them for their bodies.
I like them
so-
because they
Wait,
provide wealth to the
what was the
community.
question again?
Oh yeah, why would a
Sure.
chud become a blood?
Why would a chud act like
Yeah.
a blood if said chud said they wouldn't?
Oh,
So
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
So they said they wouldn't, right? So I think
Yeah.
what the problem here is the Chads are conditioning the Chuds into acting cousin of the Chud. Anyway, the Chads are convincing the Chuds to act in certain ways to get attention from the Stacys, and in that, in that
We're going
even
full
say.
4chan on this, bro.
in that hyperbolic condition statement, they are willing to do
Wait.
in
Wait, hold on.
In that what?
in that specific hyperbolic state, they are willing to join up against the Cribs of America, and they're willing to go to a gang war, joining the sides of the Bloods.
Can we go to the next question?
Oh, so it's
we can-
them choosing to become a blood not out of desire but out of necessity.
Sorry, guys. I
Yes,
just want to quickly
the
interrupt.
materialistic-
I just had a thing come on my thing from CNBC News being like, why Starbucks failed in Australia while there's actively a Starbucks being fucking built in my area, and I live in like the rural part of fucking Australia.
Yeah.
So I don't think it failed.
It's their,
Well,
it's
maybe
their
'cause
last
it failed-
big effort.
Maybe
It's their last
maybe it's
hope.
because it failed in every
building
other
up
part.
one Starbucks.
That's what they get for only building Starbucks in main cities, but also why the fuck are they coming out to the rural part? We ain't bougie enough for that, hello?
No, so here's the reason actually, because if there's in cities there's local coffee chains. In rural areas there might be local coffee chains, but there's not a Starbucks. There's not something
There's
that
no
rivals
coffee
Starbucks.
chains, there's just local cafes.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Like near where I live, like is like well known. Like the whole strip is just full of cafes and bakeries and nothing else.
Okay, then I have no clue why they're building a Starbucks there, but
Probably 'cause
typically
they
that's
want
the
that-
reasoning.
Probably because they want them to go out of business.
Yeah. They're probably going to pull the Walmart strategy where they undercut prices then.
Yeah, no, price gouging is too big of an issue. To the point that like the local Aussie
Hey, Blue,
brands
what
are now
is this?
cheaper than the supermarkets.
This is my family, man.
Yeah? Which one are you?
Which one are you? It's crazy.
The carpet in the back.
Alright, choose next one.
Next one.
How many more do we have?
A lot.
Okay.
Which
Like,
which
we have
okay.
10, like, over 10.
Okay. So no, we have way more because people are adding more questions. I'm looking at you, Luke. People are adding more questions. Okay. Should school uniforms be mandatory?
Okay, this is gonna be. Okay, who here goes to school that has a uniform?
Not me.
Not me.
Fucking none of you. Okay. Okay, here in Australia, you're pretty fucking weird if you go to a school that doesn't have uniforms. That usually means you have a lot of money and you're a private baby. But the reason why I think yes, personally, just because for safety reasons, especially because I don't think you realize how easy it is to just sneak into a school when you don't attend that school at all.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
Like,
think-
granted, you
I
can still
think
do that with uniforms, but you gotta know someone with that uniform, you know?
Okay, but like, I'm coming to my work in pajamas, so I don't.
You guys
really
don't have
get-
work uniforms?
That is
No, we
weird.
do-
I know schools
we
that
do. We do have work uniforms, but the specific, but like, honestly, the only school uniform that, only the job uniform that I know is for like McDonald's or like chefs or like some sort of stuff, but like that. But the one thing that I'm in, IT, it doesn't really matter as long as you look presentable and you're not in your sports uniform, then people won't kill you on the street usually.
Right.
Yeah, IT, they really don't give a shit.
Yeah, even
And-
here, we have very strict for IT still. You have to wear formal wear. Like, and I fucking mean formal. Like, you cannot get away with a t-shirt here. Or jeans.
Yeah,
like, you
no,
can maybe
That's
get away
just
with
like
jeans.
corporate America, honestly. Any
Yeah, but
office job is going to be like that.
Yeah, but ours is like just IT as well. Everyone gets forced into fit into that.
Oh
box.
yeah, IT here, unless you're at a like super chill company, is typically the same.
I
Because
think- I
IT
think
will be in
form-
corporate.
Well, I was gonna say
For
America and
me-
Australia are a lot more similar than what people realize.
Yeah.
For me, there's a big difference in like we have like formal and then we have like one tier above formal. That's how I perceive it, at least.
Right.
Where like school and work is formal, which means that you can get away with a t-shirt and jeans at minimum. And then super formal is that you have to wear a fucking suit, but that's only for like parties or like fucking gatherings or like when
you're going out to town and you're in your
But
Lamborghini, man.
Usually, if
Like-
you have like when you go to parties and you're wearing a suit, you usually come off as like a fucking cunt here. Like you really up yourself. Like if you rock up to like a party at the pub or even like at like a nice restaurant, if you're rocking up in a suit and not just like a button up, you look like a dickhead.
Yeah, no, we don't have that here. It's pretty normal for people to wear pretty formal shit to like if you're going out.
Australians are so narcissistic and egotistical that they hate the moment that someone tries to look better than them.
Oh yeah.
But then the person that's looking better than them knows that they look better than them, and then also like fucking bloats their ego. Like we are so
feel like-
self-centered, it's not even funny.
I feel like from a logical standpoint, more people are gonna see your suit, so you should like put more effort into it. But if you're like at your job, to a certain extent, like that is like, because some people like view their like job mates as like extended family, right? So it's like it's kind of like stupid to constantly wear like something like so formal when it's like 5 people that you're gonna meet today, and you've known these guys for like a year. So
I find that really interesting, considering Australia is just so not that. They are. If you go to a job that says we're family, fucking run.
Yeah.
That means that place
Same
is
here.
going to be the biggest shithole of your fucking life,
We
and any
never
personal
say
problem
it.
is going to be a corporate problem as well.
No, I wouldn't say that we're family. It's just from what I've like observed. It's just kind of, I don't know.
Usually,
like, I feel like I don't
Hmm.
know.
Usually if like a company like is like they've got like a family vibe where you can come like where it feels like they could be extended family or they treat each other like extended family, it means they're very cliquey and they're not gonna fuck with you at all unless you fit their perfect little mold.
I mean, we are also kind of wage cucks, where to the point where like our existence is validated by the fact that we do like work. So I think like us doing favors for each other as like workmates, kind of, I don't know. It feels pretty personal to me, but some people might view that more as just like we're just buddies. But like
See,
I
for
don't
me-
know. Everybody
for me-
that I've
I was just gonna say, for me, with like doing like favors, it's just part of the job. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
I guess
That's how it's treated here. So
It's
yeah,
I don't know. Here it's pretty much the same.
Mm.
But like I will say, you can say no. You're just kind of like a dick.
yeah, and you will be treated differently, and they will make your entire rest of your time working there a living hell.
Yep.
Like you can be as genuine as you want. Doesn't fucking matter. Anyway.
Oh, also, I would like to say why school uniforms never took off in my country.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Was because back when we had socialism, the state would fund school uniforms, but then as soon as we got away from socialism, we hyper-capitalism maxed to the point where school uniforms just aren't guaranteed by the state it's very hard to make a school budget work in the first place. So spending it on school uniforms in the first place is kind of stupid. Yeah.
With Australia, you have to buy the uniform.
Yeah.
And they don't care if you can't afford that uniform. You have to buy that uniform, and your child must attend school. If you don't buy that uniform and you don't attend, and that child can't attend school, that child gets taken away from you, and you get investigated. That is like how weird Australia is with it.
That's disgusting.
We had optional school uniforms that you could buy, but it didn't make any sense for you to buy them because
that's like
buying them.
No,
wait.
Sorry.
Let me get to my point.
Yeah.
You'd be buying them the school uniforms at like 8-9 years old, and then they're gonna hit their teens, and then they're gonna fucking growth spurt out of them. So you're gonna need to spend like. The first payment was like 60, so now you
guys are
have
capital
to
maxing.
Yeah, so it's like it doesn't make any fucking sense for you to buy the school uniform.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's all Australia's very capitalistic regime. Like they will make you constantly spend money. So I was such a little bitch that I did not like wearing it. Public schools are like, no, like, you've got no money, like, here. But you were still forced to wear uniform, have black shoes, white socks. You weren't allowed to go out of that. Now that is only like Christian private schools have that, but even still to this day, like public schools still have that like strict like thing. And if you don't have that, your child gets in trouble, even if the parent was the one that made that decision. Like, Australia is so built on conforming you into a fucking line, like, to the point they will punish your child for something because you can't afford to keep up with your child's growing. Like, it's so gross.
Sounds like Japan, honestly.
It is. It's very much so. A lot of people like forget like Australia is in such a weird place where we are on the eastern side. If you're going off the European map, we are on the eastern side of the world, but we are a Western country because we're colonized by the West, but we're still influenced by the Eastern like cultures and stuff. Like, it's so weird being Australian. But like, it is, uniforms I think are good in theory. If it's like, especially if it's the country or state like funds it, I think it's good because it does have like a lot of good safety things in it. Like, usually uniforms, you just kind of like need a logo and like a very obvious color. So we have like our uniforms like have very certain designs to them. It's not just like how private schools will have like a white button up and then they've got like the logo. Like, we'll have like specially fucking tailored made uniforms to make that school stand out, because school also requires a lot of funding from the public, so the uniforms are also a good way for people to know which school to fund based on like how the people who wear that uniform behave in the public. Like, it's a whole thing, because obviously schools aren't fully funded by the government, because we can't afford that, because they rather buy nuclear submarines that we'll never use. But regardless, like, there's little money that's put towards the educational system, as much as they like to say that there is. So a lot of schools rely on public opinion and reputation to stay afloat, to give the funding that children need. And uniform is one of those things, like, one of the only good things that you get out of that is like, but it also sucks that a child is going to determine whether a school gets funding or not. But anyway, I don't know, uniforms are very circumstantial.
My government is the majority thing that funds schools over here. Like, private schools have their own uniform, but that's not like for any safety reasons. It's just because it's such a high upper class statement, like, we're better than you, instead of like, oh, we're safety. It's at that point, so it's not.
Yeah, no, here it's like, you can still tell who the fucking Christian like school, like private school attendees are from like the public schools. But like, yeah, uniform is very much still a thing like that, just exists. But yeah, I don't know, for me, uniforms, they have their benefits, but they also have their cons, especially with how depending on how they're funded and done and whatnot. So, like, if working wise,
do you want to talk about school uniforms as well? Because I remember I cut you off a little bit. Sorry.
I did. So, basically, the way school uniforms work over here is, it used to be like a requirement, but then as I grew up, it became less strict, and it went from you needing to have like white pants with a blue shirt and like a blue vest with the school's logo. You would kind of just need a vest to identify yourself, to be part of the school. And then even the vest kind of went out the window and nobody bought them anymore because they weren't they were optional, but it was kind of like you would get like excluded from stuff because you wouldn't fit in. So it was more kind of like socially forcing you to get it. But then all the other kids are like, I don't want to wear this anymore, and they collectively stopped, and then nobody had to wear them.
Yeah. You know, high schools are very common with that as well. That's what happened with my high school, but they always try to crack down on it. Like my high school was so strict, but not strict with the uniform to the point that we had a teacher, or like at the start of every like class, girls would have to put their hands by their sides, and if their hands went past their pants, they would have to go change their pants. Which is really, really irks me that was like something that we had to do. Like, and
Why
like
is that
half these
something they even care about?
because Australia, there is like churches beyond the eye can fucking see. Like I go into
Yeah, sorry. I thought users would know with their fucking dress codes being like, oh, you can't show skin above the ankles. type
No,
shit.
I disagree
Never
with
heard
a
that
lot
in,
of dress
America.
codes like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they care. Like, I understand, you know, oh, no, like ass shorts, you know? But I don't understand, like, things that are, like no collarbone. Huh?
Yeah, that shit's like, but like these girls, like the pants would just go up to like their palm. Like it wasn't like their whole, like it was like up there. It was literally it just was a higher sat, like as if you had like a pair of like long boxers on is like what they had on. Like, because it was more comfortable, especially with how hot it is in summer, and like sport is obviously mandatory, and we had little to no air conditioning in the school, so a lot of girls opted to wear shorter shorts, and they were just more comfortable. But you would literally get in deep shit if your pants, like if your hands went past your pants. So a lot of girls would just like pull them down to the point that their fingertips would like just like be above to get around it, and then just fix it up after. But like, yeah, nah. Uniforms are weird. They have their perks, but they also don't.
I honestly think there's a better alternative to school safety than uniforms. Like, I understand it's a very simple solution, but it's also very restricting
as well.
Yeah.
Like my school has roll call at the start of each lesson.
Yeah, that's what I've got as well. I'm in
Yeah,
college.
yeah.
Like,
College. I know they do that.
With the schools I've been in, every time a stranger has come in, usually the workers there immediately clock that you aren't from this place. What the fuck are you doing?
well, like,
here, man?
even in the States, like, I don't agree with a lot of the States practices in terms of school. I don't agree with a lot of the state's practices in terms of school, but I think this is like probably one of the best examples is my school, because after hours, people can come and go in 4 specific doors that only the students and teachers know about. They can tell other people, but that at that point it's a trusted person, you know? And then during the day, you can only come and go through the main entrance.
Yeah.
And that's like the number one way to just catch people trying to sneak in, because you can see cameras, you can see like it's not like they can just sneak in willy-nilly because all the doors are locked. Like,
yeah, unless you're like in a group of friends and you just act natural as if you do attend that school. Like,
yeah,
I had a
but even then, that's like a student. Yeah,
I had a friend that's on the mischievous side a little bit. He's a bit of a rebel, and
please tell me it's a
no, Voogle had graduated by then, but so a friend of ours we're coming, T, don't worry, I'm gonna be coming.
Okay, I'm gonna go
friend of ours
help set up stuff on admin side, and then you guys can come in a bit.
So one of our friends tried to sneak into the school, like to cause mischief, right? And he immediately got caught lying. Like it was like
I'm here to replace. Anyways,
he's a very mischievous guy. He's a bit of a rebel, and he came to mess around, and he like lied about like, oh, I'm like checking out the school for blah 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 under this name. And he immediately got caught and kicked out. So it's like, I don't.
If you're a student, you can get away with a lot, but like,
we're talking about philosophy, kinda.
even
Oh,
then,
I guess.
I think most risks, it's like murders, you know, most murders are from people who are close to the victim, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think most problems are gonna be caused by students, not by people trying to sneak into a school. And
Yeah,
you
not
will
by the
have the
outside
off
source.
chance.
Yeah.
You will have the off like occasion where someone will sneak into the school. But I don't think it happens near frequently enough to justify entirely the use of school uniforms over something
What
else.
is happening?
I find it really funny because like my school was like, so obviously like you've got the fucking uniform, but they were so like you could not enter the school to the point that like because like there is another school that is just up the road from ours, and a lot of people were friends because it was both high schools, and so some people would come that go to that school would come to our gate, well, because you can't once you leave the fucking gate, you're not allowed back in, yada yada yada. But they weren't allowed to stand there and talk to you, even if they weren't anywhere near the entrance and they were on the other side of the gate on like public property. They were told to fucking move along. Like they were so adamant about just not letting anything happen in this fucking school that like people would get shunned away from like public property.
I mean,
Yeah.
Australians
That's
are
so
kind of
sad.
scary.
My audio
That is
cut
fair,
out.
yeah. If I was Australian, I wouldn't want to be around an Australian.
That's yeah. I mean, the amount of bashings. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
No, okay. On a random topic about Australia right now, I was actually at the shops yesterday, up at the main shops, and there was a bunch of like there's a group type of kid that exists in Australia called an Eshe, which Luke has heard many times, called Eshes, and they're basically like your scoundrels and shit that just cause trouble, and they're like,
like a
usually
chav.
12. Yeah, yeah,
You scoundrel.
like yeah. Or like I don't know what they're called in the UK. It's like fucking traffic man or something like shit.
No, a chav
Something-
is or a street like a roadman or something. I don't know.
Yeah, roadman. Yeah. So actually, it's literally that, but like extra fucking ghetto like.
T. Clifford just died. Oh
Bruh.
wait, T's gone.
T left
He
the
is
call.
Yeah,
he
he's
has
gone.
been gone
There's an Among Us night. There's an Among
Yeah.
Us night.
Yeah.
in flow.
What's up?
I
Anyway,
don't want to play Among Us.
Yeah.
that's
no.
fair.
I could do.
Among Us either.
But recently, police have been allowed to use more intense force to deal with these kids. To the point that these kids who were like probably like at most like 15 years old all got fucking pepper sprayed in the middle of the shopping center
Oh, I
around
thought you were
everyone.
gonna
So
say they
everyone
got
else,
shot.
Yeah,
No.
honestly, my American brain was also going there.
police can't carry guns unless they have a specific gun license. They can only carry
God, that must be
tasers.
nice, huh?
Yeah, they can only carry tasers. Unless they're called to a scene or they're in an area where they would need a gun. Like in my area, they're like no gun holding police at all. Like it's all only tasers. But like if you go to a concert, they've got fucking guns. They've got guns. But yeah, no, they fucking pepper sprayed like at least 10 of these kids because they were fucking punching on. And so all the poor shoppers that were walking by sticky beaking also got caught with the pepper spray. Which was really funny. But anyway, that's just an example of just what Australia's like.
Yeah.
Anyway. we should probably move on
Honestly,
to the next
if
question.
students were acting up in a way that you were describing, they would probably just be arrested here
Yeah, no,
with
that
excessive
you can.
force.
Half those kids will be let off, and the other half would get arrested. It just really depends on what the police are feeling.
And no, it depends on their skin color.
No, yeah, definitely, 100%. If you're Aboriginal, you're instantly getting arrested.
Anyway, next question.
Next question.
Okay, next
I
question.
can't wait for the next philosophy question. That's totally going to be about philosophy.
Are zoos evil or a necessary thing?
What?
Zoos aren't evil. Zoos protect
Zoos
the
aren't evil
endangered species.
depending on
True.
the quality of the zoo.
Yeah, but
And-
like most zoos are for rehabilitation. They're not even like stable homes for the animals.
I'm neutral on the topic, so I'm
When you asked the question, then
because I wanted to know what if anybody had any conflicting opinions.
I think zoos,
Uh,
I think it depends on the zoo. I think zoos can be, but
Yeah.
A lot of our zoo animals that we have that aren't just Australian wildlife are usually because they were illegally migrated here, and then were found, and so they took them into zoos because you can't fucking put them out in the wild. They've been in a complete different habitat from where they're from. And secondly, I know a lot of circus animals got placed in zoos. I know my cousin's lions during lockdown got placed in the zoo because the fucking animal cruelty protest won, even though
lions?
Wait, hold on. Did you? Yeah, wait. I just processed that. Did you say your cousin's lions?
Yeah, circus lions.
Oh, circus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that.
Yeah, he was the ring. He was the ringmaster of the local. Well, not local. I wouldn't say local. They travel around Australia, but he was the ringmaster.
Yeah, my cousin's just the ringmaster of a circus.
If I told you the laws that lied within my family, you'd be really concerned and really confused that a family dynamic like that even exists.
Probably not. I'm like right next to Florida.
Yeah. I mean, you've got one side of the family, cousin's fucking circus, one's a millionaire, and then on the other side you got one that's a... Yeah. One's
my grandpa's a millionaire, like what?
Yeah.
I think that's just like a standard in most families, is there's that one sibling.
There's just that one cousin that's a million. Well, the fucking circus owner's also... He's not... I don't think he's a millionaire, but he's fucking got money.
Rich. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we live in the dystopia where instead of we have that one rich cousin, we have that one cousin that has an actual job. And then he gives you the job.
Yeah. Usually for me that means you're talking to the poor cousin. Very rarely does the rich cousin ever give you a job opportunity like that.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, on the other side of the family, you've got the bikie gang member, and then the drug dealer, and then you have in between my family of the middle class and poor.
Yeah, that tracks. That sounds pretty typical, honestly.
Yeah, like to you it'd be like, oh yes, this is just America.
Yeah, honestly, fair. I guess for Bluke, it might give Bluke a little bit of a stroke or something.
What about you, Chase?
What would give me a stroke? The concept of like
Spacey's family dynamics.
Millionaire, circus ringleader, junkie, bikie.
Not really. We have a neo-Nazi in my family, so it isn't that big of a
well, if I said that, then I'd just be calling all my family that.
Okay, let me try and think about it. So we have the supermodel. We have the neo-Nazi.
Okay,
hold on. Supermodel in your family, and you call yourself chopped.
No, okay.
He's not chopped, anyway.
They aren't related to me by blood. It's like a close
adopted supermodel.
Friend.
What a
okay, the millionaire is my second cousin, so
yeah, so it's like we're close, but not by blood directly. How do I say? Oh yeah, okay, so the supermodel unemplugged
with the huzz.
Unemplugged. Tax fraud.
Yeah,
that tracks.
It's called getting cash in hand.
Yeah,
that's called having movement. I don't know what you're on about.
We call that we call it doing it dirty over here.
That's not what that means.
I love how here in Australia it's so like we call it cash in hand because like it's very illegal.
No, it's illegal over here as well.
Yeah, it's illegal here too. Like
at least
it's what they got Al Capone on, but like we just call it
tax
like
fraud.
base.
Yeah, no, that's
the thing is
the amount of people in the States is who just regularly commit tax fraud is actually kind of shocking.
Oh, it's really big here, especially with the immigrants. I can go to like a Chinese shop or a bakery that's like Vietnamese owned and ask if they've got any cash in hand jobs, and they'll be like, yes. Granted, you'll be overworked like a motherfucker, but you'll get tax-free money, and the government will never know.
They want to overwork you because they pay less in taxes.
Somebody from my family that lives in like the capital once went to a sushi place because they had to. It was like they were on their lunch break, and they go to a place that's like that has been like open for a while now, and it is like the cheapest possible prices for sushi, and it's clearly like a money laundering front. So you ask for like a couple of sushi, right? And then it's like, oh, the head chef didn't come in today. Can you call him? Yeah, we'll call him. So yeah.
That's good. That is absolutely money laundering. Australia, we actually usually use our pokey machines to launder money, but now they've made a system in the bar for the gambling attendants, because gambling attendants is usually also your bar
to talk
attendant.
about this? Is this like
Yes,
a
we
thing
are.
that we can talk about?
Yes.
I think so. I'm not affiliated, so I won't get arrested. And
This
I don't
is
think
true.
either
We're
of
just
I'm
you
just,
are
I'm just,
affiliated.
I'm just talking about public knowledge that is taught in my gambling and alcohol class.
Anybody could have gone to that sushi place and ordered sushi. That's public knowledge.
True.
Doesn't.
Yeah, the conspiracy is that it's laundering, but there's no proven fact.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
because the head chef can take off days whenever he feels like, and
he's the owner of the business, obviously.
Yeah.
Clearly, dude.
But there's like a machine now in the bar area that actually alerts if someone puts way too much fucking money into the pokie machine. Because what they do to clean their money is they'll put the money in, play a few games, and then take it out, and then boom, that's clean money. Because it can only be traced to the pokie machine. If a cop
Wasn't there like a YouTuber who called this out and their house burnt down?
Yeah.
That was me. I burnt down their house.
You know, he's been threatened by politicians like a motherfucker.
Who was that? Was that I did it?
I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but I know exactly who you're on about. Yeah, no. Australia's also owned by Israel, but anyway.
So is the States. Okay.
Let's not talk more about that.
Let's move on from that. This has gone from a philosophical to a conspiracy.
Would you kill your own clone?
That's a later
Yes.
question. Anyways.
No, because if you put a clone and I, like my clone and I, in the same room,
That means I'm
close the
killing.
door-
I'm fighting to the fucking death.
No, if you put us in a room with a closed door, it would sound like we're fighting, but you couldn't be 100% sure.
No, okay. Let's say that you,
That's cool.
let's say that you have the gun in this situation. Would you kill your clone?
No, I'd kill myself. I don't want to let it take over. I don't care.
Yeah, I can take my problems.
I feel like what would happen then is if this is a true clone, it would just do the exact same thing after you.
Exactly.
No, but it doesn't have the gun.
No, but
But what
I kill
happens
myself
after
in front
you're
of it. I picks up the gun.
Is there only one bullet?
No, how? Yeah, there's only one bullet.
No, because it's
Oh,
not like a
okay.
matter of I
would
want
like
to
get
kill
them to
myself.
stand,
It's just
like, right
like
next
I
to
wouldn't
me, and
mind
then-
someone else, taking over. That's the thing. Like if I'm the only one of me left, then I'm like, fuck, I guess I gotta do it. But if there's another one, like,
It's like, shoot, right?
It's more of a question of like, could you bring yourself to kill your clone? But yeah,
probably not.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
Oh yeah.
Yo, if my clone wanted to take me out, be my guest.
No,
The thing
you're
is-
taking out the clone.
Yeah, but
That's
the
why
thing
you
is,
guys
Shit, if my clone wants to take me out, then like, what dinner are we talking?
What do you
I-
mean?
The thing is,
the
look, you have
roles
to-
can't be
if I-
reversed. It's you.
Look, if I want to kill my clone, that means my clone wants to kill me, which means it's a fight to the fucking death.
Yeah, that is how that works.
Okay.
I'm playing Mortal Kombat over here.
No, okay. Let's say that you have the clear, obvious advantage, and you can decide.
How do you have an advantage over your clone?
You have a gun. You have a fucking gun.
What if I don't want the gun? What if I choose to
Yeah.
go hand-to-hand combat with my clone?
Then I think you'd fuck him. All right.
I would get so sloppy with it. Next
Hell yeah.
question.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Next question. Do you think Texas should secede from the Union?
Sorry,
Texas?
what?
Or
Yeah,
sexist?
Texas.
Texas.
I have no
This is a
opinion
question
on
by
this.
Luke, by the way.
I think it depends. I don't think they should for the base of human rights, but
I should have picked a funnier state like Idaho or some shit.
yeah, Idaho would have been funnier. But I think Texas, if we care about human rights, no. If we care about the rest of the states, yes.
I'm learning that these philosophy questions are just political questions in disguise.
That's what most philosophy is, fun fact.
A lot of philosophy.
Yeah,
is
true.
politics.
But like, still, this is just basic politics. This isn't even like a fucking philosophical belief. It's just something that already exists.
It's mainly because I'm putting in the questions and I like politics.
It's okay. That's why I like you.
Anyway, next question.
Next question.
Next question. Shit. Let's see. Do you think developed states with a negative population growth should start to lower their standard of living to raise population growth, reversing hundreds of years of technological advances? Essentially,
hold on.
What?
Should states start making things worse so that people have more kids?
This is my
it's proven.
No sense.
It is proven that the worse that something gets, the less likely humans want to reproduce. Because, fun fact, humans cannot reproduce when they are stressed out. Hence why there is a lower birth rate currently in the world, because the world is so fucked. So in order, and that's the same with animals, think of it is that you need the right conditions in order to reproduce, and there is already not the right conditions. That's why people like to have fully bought homes and stuff.
But
So
a lot of African states that don't have their basic needs met have a positive population growth
because they need to have population for various things. It's out of necessity.
That's Luke's point.
My only other point is that a lot of African tribes and states and that they're actually usually really happy because they're very community based, which hence promotes the
what if the state reinforces the community?
They love community almost as much as the Greeks.
Well, if the state reinforces, then that's just gonna make more. You can't reinforce it. You can't reinforce it with negativity because eventually. So the only way you can make it worse with something like that, because they're so community based, is by destroying the community. But if you destroy the community, then you destroy their want to reproduce.
The community. We're destroying the White House. We're burning it down.
That's not even your original statement.
So if we okay, here's the issue with that thought process, Blue. It could work in theory, potentially.
I want to try it so bad.
But it won't, because the people who had the technology would know about the technology and instantly get more stressed, thus not wanting to
okay, but what if society collapses and you don't have a job anymore to stress about, and you live in the woods, and
I would love that. I would love to reconnect.
That should the government
should the government intentionally? Yeah, it's not like
not end of the world.
What if society collapsed? Just
so they should induce the end of their own society, so that society does better. What
I'm proposing is that we get rid of the larger corporate.
Why did I get ping as if I can fucking join?
we replace
I'm
it
not
with
in that shit.
We replace it with a communal government.
Okay, so what you're saying is what happens if society just reverted back to pre-colonization, but it was done by the government?
Yeah.
It still wouldn't work for the exact reason I.
There's a reason why the population only boomed when colonization was around.
Yeah,
there was a harmony.
Opportunities.
You don't have any opportunities. You're out in the fucking woods now.
Yeah.
You're just all you will do. I will tell you right now.
No, I think what Bluke is saying is because there's less opportunities. When you get opportunities, you got to get the bang for your buck, which is objectively funny but inherently flawed.
There is no buck to bang.
No, but like, what if I happen to stumble into a somebody to get a bang for my buck in the woods?
I'm going to fucking kill you. Because at the end of the day, seizing the opportunity would be like seizing a trade route if we're going by that. Like, whatever you're trying to make work is not gonna work. All you have to do is look at history before colonization, see how they worked, see how reproduction worked back then, and you will know your answer to your question.
Yeah.
What? Word?
Unless there is
Population growth has been at a steady increase consistently for the last several years.
Yeah,
due to colonization and wars.
What I'm proposing for is the countries that don't have a positive growth right now.
Okay, but
we
so we get rid of their government and their technological advancements and put them back to where they didn't have they just had worse? Like what?
I'm gonna tell you right now is that a lot of them will die off, and the ones that survive will stabilize, and they will have
this is
a
just
normal
eugenics again. This is
it's just all road you. It would
leave it up to the
just
European to keep suggesting eugenics, bro.
I think Bleak's trying to ask for something.
It is a fun topic purely because
I love
it's only fun if somebody
Eugenics
else
is a fun topic, guys.
Okay, do you want to know something? Because I am so connected to my fucking... I want to be so connected to my culture that I'm happy if one out of the fucking blue, I lost all fucking technology, roofing, everything. I would love it because it means I get to return to what was taken from me.
Yeah,
and
so
I don't have my
It doesn't mean that everybody would. That is
exactly
like,
okay, but
the people people will die, and the population will stabilize. Is the thing?
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Okay, so
at the end of the day, the population is not going to increase.
Take a hypothetical situation here. Yes. I don't like doing it, but let's do it. So let's say
I hate hypotheticals. My name is Jordan Peterson.
for the sake sorry, that was really good.
That was good. That was.
For the sake of argument, let's say that the United States had just a sudden drop in reproduction. So naturally, we absolve the government. We take away all technological advancements.
No social spending.
No social spending, yada yada. We take away all of that. What do we have? We have a bunch of people who are used to the modern day left in a society where they have none of their frou-frou shit, and we have lost cultures trying to guide the flame who inevitably can't because they've lost it through their loss of culture through appropriation.
Mm-hmm.
So
they will die off, and those who have that knowledge, people will form communities and form tribes essentially, and those communities will thrive. So the people who can't keep up will die off. At the end of the day,
you're trying to take a big population with a negative population growth and split it into a bunch of smaller populations while also killing half the population.
Yeah, but those tribes
that is basically what would happen.
No,
because
the tribes are a much smaller portion of the population than originally existed. So it doesn't matter. You would have net negative.
You would end up going further negative, and you would not. Once they get settled and get.
We're gonna make it all back.
But essentially, at the end of the day, the population will stabilize, and the increase will be so subtle that it doesn't affect nearly as much as what would happen.
Okay, but would the tribes would the tribes that form have a positive population growth? After everybody
Honestly,
that's died,
they would have a
with
subtle
all of our
positive.
technological growth for a couple of years. It would be very negative because we have you brought this up earlier with the medicine. We have engineered a bunch of different types of diseases. The first generation would probably die off because of how many blues are out there now, and like tuberculosis, shingles, all of that.
Wait, those are on my roof.
Those are on my roof. That's the that's the thing. It like that's why I keep saying like the population will stabilize because at the beginning it will be a lot of dying off.
It's okay.
Only
so
the stronger shall
we would go
survive.
from exponential population growth to the normal logarithmic.
What?
Yeah.
Hoi Hoi, what do you think about this?
Hoi Hoi isn't
Hoi Hoi's in chat. Hoi Hoi's in chat.
I'm really interested in population growth. It became a topic
Eugenics.
in my class. No, not eugenics.
Let me fix that statement for you. I'm really interested in eugenics.
No, because it became a topic in school once for me, where we talked about how a lot of European countries they have a negative population growth, and compared to a lot of like other countries that
Probably for
don't
the
have
best.
their, like, yes, probably. Compared to other like states that don't have their basic needs met, they have the countries that don't have their basic needs met.
Okay.
Have a
explain this
positive
using animals. Okay. So
I talked about how I find it interesting. I don't mean to further the argument. I can prove that it doesn't
No,
work.
Luke, this is a philosophy stream. We
It
don't have to
only
argue.
so only the only
What is-
reason where like that does work like with like the like less of like basic needs, the only reason that does work is because humans introduce substance abuse when stressed, and some people that is sex, and if you can't afford a condom and you're having sex, it's going to rampant, and that's why a lot of poor communities have larger families at the same time. And also,
So you're telling me the government should remove drugs? God.
and because like poor people are very obviously isolated from one another, basically them having a lot of children is them making their own mini family to basically hold everyone up, and hence it causes dysfunctional families because obviously goo goo gaga babies are forced to be adults when they don't have to, like when they're not meant to be, while the parents get to fucking be children and shit. Like it's very broken system. But once again, nature defaults to a community where the whole group raises the family. It's just a lot more dysfunctional and it's a lot more isolated.
Yeah, so that's what I'm proposing for like France.
France is already doing that.
Yeah, we just do like a bunch of we isolate everybody and we remove drugs. Everybody fucks each other.
Once again, eventually that system will fail because at the end of the day, you need capitalism for that system to work, for them to make babies in poverty. But the moment you remove capitalism and government, all that like social pressure that those poor families feel disappear because now everyone's in the same boat. Some people might have just a little bit longer food source, but at the end of the day, once that's out, they're in the same fucking boat as the poor people. So therefore, that whole like system that like our nature has created to survive capitalism when you are poor disappears.
Yeah.
Because then you just naturally fuse in with the other communities because you all are facing the same struggle. While when you're poor, everyone's facing their own type of struggle. You might know other people who are in similar boats, but it's not the same thing. With that, it's everyone's in the same boat. So
yeah. No, in the original argument that I not the argument. I jokingly proposed that we should go back to monkey to restore our population growth to my teacher, and she was like, "That's preposterous." Anyway, and I was thinking about it like,
It's not that preposterous. Why would you say that?
have you seen men when they all go into the woods alone? They instantly revert back.
yeah, no, because I jokingly
stand-
suggested like we have like Estonians have a problem where it's like we're at 1 million and we're fucking slowly dying out. Like we might actually die this year. It's constant threat. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what if we go back to monkey? It's like, yeah, man, sure.
Sure. I mean, it's a good idea. I'm sure you'll do just great.
Yeah. But no, as you explained, the system is gonna fail. So no point in trying.
And humans will
Your teacher
also
was right
naturally
about
migrate.
you, Luke.
They also naturally migrate to better places for survival. So you might accidentally migrate to like a better country to live in, and hence you will start a new race of
But there
people
is no
because that's
country
how
better
that
than
works.
Estonia.
That is
It's the
true.
best one.
No, have you
It's
seen
true.
the?
I want to have a
Have
blood
you seen the?
sausage.
Have you seen the Dome movie where the city gets trapped by a dome?
Yeah.
We do that for the entirety of Estonia. Nobody's getting out.
How would they know?
Wait, do you mean?
Isn't that a TV show? The Dome?
Are you
Or is that
talking
Australian
about?
thing?
Are you talking about Black Panther?
No.
No, not Wakanda. We're not talking about Wakanda.
There's a movie where a city gets fucking put on under a dome and they can't leave. And
I thought that
I
was
forgot.
Australia has our own called The Dome, and it's a TV show, and eventually acid rain becomes a thing. I don't know. I didn't really watch it. In the first episode, when the dome lands, it splits a cow in half, and I was like, goo goo gaga, and so it scared me, and I never wanted to look at the show again.
Yeah, I think it is called The Dome, and I think it's a series. I thought it was a movie, but I remembered the Simpsons movie did it once, and I was like, oh, haha, we're plagiarizing a haha joke. So it's like,
oh, so you thought The Dome was also your television show, and only yours?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't my television show. The Simpsons was like, haha, the joke. The Simpsons movie was like, haha, the joke is we're plagiarizing it. So it's like,
even though the Simpsons movie came out before the show, but yeah, I get it.
No, because I remember that there was whatever. There must have been one before the Simpsons movie that they copied or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, let me quickly go.
Anyway, next question.
Okay, next question.
The Simpsons movie with the dome came out in 2007. The
I'll join in a minute, man.
We're waiting on you guys.
No, we're doing the philosophy. Is this the end of the philosophy stream?
Oh no, Blue!
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't even fucking join. I'm not in that shit.
Wait, let me add you.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, newest flow member here. It's me.
Can you send me a quick DM? Oh, never mind. I didn't see you in the.
It's me, guys. I'm officially the latest Flow SMP member.
No, you're a guest.
I'm a guest. It's okay. I'm just here for the hee hee ha ha's.
Yeah.
Right, guys. I guess that's where the philosophy stream ends for today.
We ended it with the dome.
The dome. Don't worry.
Dome.
It'll come back one day.
I'm so excited. This was so good to discuss at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. All right. Let me end stream.
Yes, end stream. Go in there because I don't want to just pull up.